Yo, what is up, fam? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm a little early. What? Early. I'm early. Just saying, I'm early. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Looks like we got a couple people here already. Alice, what up? You are awesome. Welcome. That's for Knives. What up, dude? What's going on, brother? Brother, drink water. What up, dog? Ground Fog. What up, Ground Fog? How's you doing? Crispy Critter. What up, Crispy? Pretty Fly. Howdy, howdy. Lord Needham, welcome. Cheers. Got my Dr. Pepper cream soda up into the business. Looks like Javon is in the house. What's up, Javon?
Cheers, guys.
My French brother,
How,
Javon.
how is everyone?
So we got early start. Aberdeen, Joshua Wilson, 7 ready. What up, dude? How you doing? Louie in the house. Josh Worth in the house. What up, dude? How are you today, Josh?
Lord Needham.
How are you today, Josh? Oh, Josh, I got something to show you. Let me grab it. I got the package from Blade Chops. So Brent might be joining us at some point, but this is is that shit backwards? That shit feels backwards. Hold on, let me see if I can do the thing. There we go. All right, now we're good. So this is the Boost Blades Aero Mini. So I got this knife originally in on loan because Josh Worth bought it off of Ray, Everyday City Carry. And I liked it when I did the review. So Josh actually gave me the knife and he found himself a different one. And he gave me this one. It's an older model, but it's really cool. And it was kind of dull. So I sent it off to Backpack B to get sharpened. And he accidentally rounded the tip off and it ended up making the tip stick up out of the handle, which was interesting. And he felt terrible about it. So he was trying to hunt me down a new one. And in the meantime, I had the idea to chop it because that way you could take off some of the blade and some of the handle and kind of fix it that way, right? So Brent paid for it and we got this guy chopped. So he didn't take a ton off. He just took a little off the handle at the end. And then he added the clip over here. I forgot to tell him I would want a lefty clip. I should have told him. He said he'd tap this, but then I was like, I don't know how it would look. So I just left it righty.
Dude, it looks factory. I mean, I wouldn't have known that was a chop.
I know the blade looks great. It's a nice little warning. I was worried he was going to go really small because chop, but he did it perfectly. I can still get, most of a grip. I can choke up like this and get kind of a full grip, comfortable. And I can still, left-handed, I can reverse flick it. And it still has the ting. So it's freaking great.
That's badass. It looks fair and 4G.
Yeah, it's a Boost Blades Aero Mini. He also does the smoke. He does really thin knives, like long, slender knives. But this one just really caught my eye. It's wee, but they dialed the detent so well. This is one of the best detents ever. It's so good.
Man, I've still got one knife that stands above all others, and it would be almost ironic, and it would seem like I was being an asshole if I even mentioned it, so I'm not going to say anything.
Wait, say that one more time?
I said there is still one knife in my collection that has the best detent, and timing is sensitive, but there's nothing that pops in my collection, and not necessarily that this is the hardest,
right?
But just I love my Jaeger, I love my God of Mischief, I I could go
Yeah,
on and
the
on.
original Field Duty has the best detent on a production knife, and I think that's what makes it even more noticeable to people that the new one is light.
Yeah, and
Because he's like known. It's the same thing that happened to me with the growlers, right? Anybody who got one that was on the lighter side, it really sticks out because I'm a person who runs around talking about detents. So like you kind of corner yourself there. And he did the same thing by having such good snappy detents on everything, and then you come out with one that's kind of weak. It's going to be more noticeable than if that was like,
sure,
not something that you're known for. So I
but
think that Riot screwed him a little bit. I don't know why they would have told him that they had to go light for that top flipper, because you could add way more pressure and still be able to pop that, because we have a design kind of like it, the Buzz, and I have prototypes that are on the lighter side and the stronger side, and you can really still pop the shit out of the stronger ones. So
right.
I don't
Well, and
know.
again, it's such a subjective thing, because even to say strong detent to you, strong detent to me, and strong detent to ABC consumer are all different. We all have our own perfection in our mind or what we're chasing.
Yeah, but
'Cause-
there's still a universal light, medium, strong, I would think.
right. And I will say that the Field Duty 3.5 that I played with yesterday was very light.
Yeah.
But
If you go to the very top of the hole and flick it like vertical, it's fine.
every time I had
Yeah.
no problem. It's one of those things,
But it has a hole this big. It's taller, but it has a hole like this fucking long. So naturally, you're gonna want to just stick your finger wherever and flick it. Like if you watch this knife, I can go to the bottom of the hole. Well, my finger got caught. Hold on. Bottom of the hole. And all right, maybe I can't. But that still feels like it's snapping out for me right there. My finger was getting caught.
And you're right. You can't do that with the Field Duty
Like
3.5.
this still feels snappy as hell from down there. Where that knife, you do that, you just kind of come out with the blade like this. It just leaks right out. But this has a flipper, which is why they got it right. They kind of like they screwed up, and it was a good screw up. You know what I mean? Like they dialed it for so this is the conversation I have with people is when you have multiple deployments, always prioritize the one that needs the stronger detent. So if you have a hole and a flipper, you dial it for the flipper because that one needs a stronger detent. There's nothing worse than having a knife with studs and a flipper and the flipper just flops out.
It flops. There's nothing worse.
Right. If you have a front flipper and a hole, you prioritize the hole because that one needs a stronger detent than the front flipper, and so on and so forth. And that, like, if you just follow that rule, you'll be good. But what happened was somebody or Leon, whatever, decided that it had to be weak to have that top flipper the way it was. And because when I asked him, that's what he said. He said it had to be had to be light for the top flipper.
I hope that Eutectic didn't make him do that, because I sat there at his booth in Atlanta and we joked about it because he could front flip that Eutectic, the one that his budget knife that he was selling, the one style.
Trinity, yeah.
The Trinity, exactly. That's the one, not the FSD, which I'm still waiting for. But I could never get it to front flip. I could, or top flip. And he's like, "You're thinking about it too much." And I was like, "I'm telling you, I like the knife. I just can't get it to front flip. I'm going to buy one." And I hope, because it's kind of designed, if you look at it, the same. That little cap, the way it rolls over. And I hope he didn't just try to make it way too damn easy to front flip, because I don't think anybody front flips, do they? I almost bought that yesterday and still might at E-Knives. Is that the 3?
Yeah. So you'll see this thing pops like a Bic lighter. And then when you flick it with the hole, it'll break and it'll fly out and it'll lock up. It's not like a stiff detent in any way, but it's strong enough that it still fires with the hole easily. They dialed it for the hole, and then you can just pop. So Riot made this. So like I don't know.
Do you think it could be because of the way that the knife is so large? The geometry is different on the blade, and because it does have a big beefy blade.
No, that blade's not heavy at all, dude. It's like hollow ground, I think. It's really light. The whole knife is pretty light. I think it's the angle of the top flipper that threw them off or him off. The way that it's not like our knife, the Buzz, or like this, where it kind of comes up and out of the top where you can grab it and just yank down on it and pop it so you can get a lot of leverage. It's more like up front here and lower. Like imagine trimming off, if you trimmed off the peak of this, that's kind of what it is. So I think you have less leverage.
So you have to make it that much lighter.
Yeah, but like why, if that was the case in prototyping, which is what scares me, is were there prototypes?
I think I would think everything that y'all are doing is more checking T's and dotting I's than possibly, because Leon had done so many runs. Maybe there were some things that he assumed or things that he didn't feel like he needed that you would never put yourself into that situation. I don't remember seeing prototypes go around. Did you get one?
What?
A 3.5 proto.
I don't think he made them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And because in the middle of production, remember, they changed like the top flipper, I think, completely. So, because you would have got a prototype and you would have been like, okay, yeah, this top flipper is great, but like the details.
And nobody's going to win. People are going to, they know me, or even the cuff has got pop.
So you go, we need to change the top flipper, get rid of it or whatever, right? But that didn't happen because I don't know if they were probably they already had the delay where they had to remake the blades because of the flipper thing. And then you're 12 months in wrapping up production and you're like, they're light, but like we're 12 months in, it's going to be 15 months before people get these. Do you want to delay it another
3
months for us to fix this, or what? You know what I mean? Like, who knows the conversation? I think he trusted Riot to make the knife. That's ultimately what we do. We ran into that with the Growler with Shieldon. We trusted them to make a good knife based off of good information we had on prototypes. I had multiple prototypes come in throughout production and had really no reason to doubt certain things. And then the final production doesn't, you have issues in there. This is different because it's literally designed to be a light detent on it, where our thing was more just QC stuff, But I don't know. I also think there's probably a lot of people that think it's great.
That'll love it for the way that it has a light detent.
I think it's just a niche part of the community that likes snappier detents and is gonna not like it, and then you know what, you sell it and you move on. I don't think the knife is like trash because of it.
No,
it's just not for me. That's
I'm undecided on that one. Hey, dude, I saw.
Maybe it's because I created the stream like an hour before the stream. I think what happens with these notifications is that we schedule things. And when you schedule something, I think it somehow throws off the notifications, or if you post something, like if you post something unlisted and then post it public later, does it send a notification that it's now public? I don't know. So like, I think that's where it gets messed up. So like people who just make a video and then they upload it and post it, you're always going to get that notification, I bet. But people like me who schedule shit out, it's probably more sporadic or something.
I schedule mine out. I'm out, like, always try to be 4 or 5 days ahead.
Right. I'm like 7 or 10 days ahead at all times. But
Do you get in there and move yours around sometimes because you feel like they're and just you'll have a video that's just inadvertently keeps getting pushed back and you wonder why?
I've had that. You mean like I push it back?
Yeah, like I'll go in and I'll think that probably should go because it's Saturday and more people would watch it and I think it's more entertaining.
The only reason I move things is if like I don't like if I have the video on the Synapse Lefty and then I find out the drop is on Friday and I had it scheduled for Saturday, I might move it up to Friday or Thursday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I have to move something. So there's always like one or two that I don't care about enough that I'll just keep moving back.
Well, and I've learned that what I like is not necessarily what the people that watch my videos like. The regular video that I put out that has gotten the most views to date, which went out a couple weeks ago, is Kaisers, my top 5 Kaisers, and they're all random Kaisers. And something good came out of it. I paid a Kaiser forward, somebody who really liked it.
Basically, guys, what he did, you could call it a trim, I guess. What he did was he made it to where the blade actually fit into the handle again. Right? So he had to have taken off blade and handle because I don't know how else he would have pulled that off, but I don't think he had to take a lot off to do it. You know? But he definitely did because you can see all that raw tie is where he, hit it because he doesn't anodize anything after because then he'd have to anodize everything.
Right. So he just kind of basically grinds, for the lack of a better term.
Yeah. No, he literally, I think, grinds it off. But he had to have taken up because the clip didn't fit anymore. So I'm sure it wasn't much, but it was enough to make the knife work again. But yeah, it would be cool. Maybe we could let me see. I can pull one up and we can kind of look at it. Boost blades, Arrow Mini. I wish he would make like a lefty or something because if they're like, I kind of like his knives quite a bit. All right, here's a picture. Let's pull it up and then compare. Oh, okay. It has like is this my own video? No. Trying to get a good image of the handle. Here we go. Is it a video again? No. Okay. It's Arizona Custom Knives has one. All right.
That site can get me in trouble.
So you're looking at about half an inch there or so, maybe an inch after that last screw.
Pointy back.
If you look at the last screw, body screw on this picture, you have about this much coming off the end. So he took off like whatever that is.
3/4 of an inch?
Yeah, I'd say like a quarter, like half an inch he took off probably. Maybe half an inch.
How about the blade? What's the blade looks like? It took about half an inch too, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I would say about the same. 1/4 inch to half inch. Probably closer to a quarter here. Because it comes down and out to a more like precise it kind of comes down to a spear point almost. And then here it's more of a warny almost, or sheep's foot now.
Yeah, sheep's footy.
Like it rounds down here. So it also was reprofiled, I think.
Who did that? Who did that work?
Blade chops.
Blade chops?
Yeah, let's look at the side with the clip. That'll help too. So if you look at the clip, it mounts. Oh, it's got an interesting kind of mount, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot missing there, guys. Because if you look at the that last body screw again as an indicator, right here, you can see that's like you still have like this much clip after that.
Did he make a new clip? Is that a totally
took off like this much? He used the Civivi Wii clip or whatever.
Very cool.
Yeah, whatever he did, it's awesome. So doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
No, to me that's right up there with witchcraft and Wizard of Oz stuff, like how far Backpack Bees got grown and what they're able to do to knives. The fact that they can see it, try it, and it looks great when they're done,
Yeah.
it blows my mind.
Guess I need to Loctite this. Loosen
You would have
it.
liked. I had Jason Grant jump on last night on my stream for a little while to show off some of his little fixies. Dude, he's getting ready to send me a fixie that you're gonna love.
Awesome.
And I'm not a chisel grind guy until I got that Joey Ramone, but he's made this little fixie about 3/4 of an inch longer than a chickadee, but it's a chisel grind. I want to say he said it was 10 thousandths or 8 thousandths behind the edge, super, super slicey. Micarta handle with some super neat, I don't know what you'd call the pins, mosaic pins. But he showed off last night several little tantos or tontos, little drop points, little, most of them would be called warnies. Warnies are sheep's foot. Cool little knives. And he's making all of them domestically. And dude, they're going to be well under $300.
Oh, he's doing like runs of them. I thought
He's
doing
going to do runs of 20. He's got this pattern, which
I wonder if he's using who's he using?
He's using him in his garage.
Oh, he's making 20
He's
piece
making
runs
these
by himself?
by hands. He buys the stock. And then he goes in and he cuts them out. He hand grinds them. This one, the micarta handle, and my camera sucks. I have camo, but my computer's too slow to run it without me being laggy. But this thing has a super fat point where you could use it as a pry bar, but you can also use it because this flat grind from here to here is so thin. And it's just a little choil built into the handle, a little chopper.
I just had a really good idea.
He's got a line of these are probably going to be the smallest that he does.
Okay. What's the steel going to be?
The one he's working with a lot of different steel. So he's sending me the chisel grinds S35.
Oh, okay.
But he uses MagnaCut, he uses S90V, different stuff depending on what he buys bars and then he nests his blades in there because he's cutting them out all with hand tools. Right. He's not using any CNC equipment. And he showed me, I've got videos that he showed me of how he does this because I never knew how you would go in and do a 3/4 flat versus a full flat versus just all these different ways of doing blades. And he basically says, and I don't know how true it is, I believe it, but the reason you see so many flat grinds is it's easier to set up a template and make flat grind knives.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That the hollows, are just a totally different animal to get them consistent. And he goes, when he does a run of 20, all 20 are going to be different slightly. So it'll have a different spine treatment. It might have an apocalyptic finish versus satin finish. He's just going to make them all little unique kind of functional art pieces is what I think of them as.
Cool. So KPM is asking if the Growler has any aftermarket clips. So I believe I tested the clip that's on the variants and I think they fit. And then Cherry Pickin' EDC, if you go on his website, on his Instagram, he posted that he put a MXG gear clip on his, but I don't know which one. And he said he needed to use different screws, but it worked. So I think there's an MXG option that would work. But I haven't tried anything else. I actually like the stock clip on it.
I do too. But I think it's got a pretty common pattern that might fit an artisan or a Wii.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not as common as you think. They're spread out a little further than usual. That's why I say like the variant has the screws are spread out a little bit more. And I tested it. It did fit, I believe. This is the invert. He sent me a prototype of the invert.
How do you like that?
I love it. It's It's my favorite of his design so far, other than the Vanish.
Is
love
it
the
pretty
Vanish.
much like a drop point variant? Or
What?
is it different than a drop point variant? Does it have any other features that are different?
Yeah. So all right. So it's called the invert. So the whole point of it is you take the variant and you flip it upside down. You
Ah.
invert it, and now you have a drop point. Right? He obviously moved the cutout to the other side.
How neat.
So I think it's fucking amazing, dude.
I
It's so
think it's
cool that he thought of that.
I can see people like Cole taking pictures with that for days.
Yeah, and it's actually, I think, a better knife than the variant.
Because the
It's more
handle probably
comfortable.
feels your hand better.
Yeah, it doesn't have the sway back, so it's more comfortable. And he went ahead and added even more lock bar access this time, and now it's enough. Like on the one, it was not. On the two, it was better. And on the invert, it's freaking money. The D10 on this is really good. I can do the rollback, but the flicks are amazing. I love the pivot. He did this square pivot on it.
I was noticing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this knife. So, and it's going to be like 60, 70 bucks like he always does with these. 14C and micarta or G10 or whatever he does. I'm sure he'll do titanium for, 90 bucks or some shit. So I was talking to him and I was saying, what if we did a collaboration where we took the stout blade and we like put it into the invert handle? So how would you do that? Hold on, let me think. Close this guy. So basically it would be like a stout, and I called it the invert stout.
How would the blade pop up? Do it, flip it over like it would be closed, and
The
see if you get a little,
stout. Flip it over like what?
No, flip it over and then put the mat or the stout behind it.
Oh, closed. Got
yeah,
it.
Closed, so we can see what the. Yeah, I think that'd look cool.
I mean, yeah, we would tweak it however we had to, but yeah.
I gotta grab a pit driver.
We could call it the inverse stout. Anyway, I got all types of ideas for fucking shit. If anybody is not aware, the Arcane Praetheon dropped yesterday, and I was pretty much set on the fact that I was not going to get a second one. I really love it, and I wanted a second one, but I couldn't find a version that I wanted more than this. This is the black tie with satin 20 CV, and then I have Zircuti inlays. I have a backspacer that I just got yesterday. I got to put in Zircuti. So I was like, I want to get one, but I don't have a version I want, other than this one. So then somebody told me that there's an exclusive. So first off, you can go to eKnives and they have this version right here. They have it already with the Zircuti inlays on the black with satin, and I think it's $450. Where if you put all the pieces together like I did, it costs like $515 or something like that. But what I found out was PVK Vegas has an exclusive in carbon fiber, which just made my balls tingle a little bit when I saw it. So I immediately ordered this. Look at that. That is some sexy looking milled carbon fiber, right?
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, and then it has all beep or tumbled whatever accents and clip. So I'm thinking maybe I could throw the Zircuti on there too. I don't know. We'll see. And then look at this black one.
Oh,
That's freaking sexy. I didn't want to go black just because, you know, it's not my style really. But if you're into that, I mean, it's freaking nice. Is it black washed is my question, or is it just...
it looks like DLC.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe it was tumbled after, but it kind of looks like it is, honestly.
I'm having to Loctite my growler.
Milled to drop point inset. Do they not say? You have to what? Loctite it?
No, I'm Loctiting it right now and letting it sit. I just flipped it loose. I carry this thing all the time. It's probably one of my favorite cutters. I was serious when I said, oh, I would buy a $400 or $500 growler in a heartbeat.
We're working on it, man. We designed a clip.
I mean, look at that.
Let me show you the clip. Yeah, that yours came pretty beat up on the blade.
I've cut a lot of cardboard with it.
I remember when you first showed it to me, I was like, dude, are you sure you're okay with that?
Oh,
Like,
I love it.
I'll replace it.
I am. Oh, I know you would, but I'm not picky about stuff like that. It's only going to get used. I did order a budget knife this week that I've got coming. The what's it called? It looks like the fox chillin', but it's not. It's
I have one right here.
Holstein. You're the reason I bought it. You did a review on it, didn't you?
The Nightshade. Did you get the one with the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just came out with those. I don't have a picture of it, but we designed a new clip for the US growler we're working with Shank Knives on, and it has a it's hard to explain. It's kind of like...
Take care, Allie.
It's kind of like this, where it mounts to the end of the handle, and it kind of has a deep carry look to it because of that. So it's kind of like up and then comes down, kind of like the TW Price Dawn kind of has a clip like that. But yeah, we redesigned the clip on the growler because if it's gonna be like $500 or $600, then it's gonna have to have a nice clip, and it's only gonna be on the right side, I think. And we might do like runs where some of them are lefty. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
have you picked up on any of Pocket Metal's observations since he broke his right hand about lefty knives? He jokes about it, but he thinks that he is considering looking for lefty knives to carry right-handed. He likes having the way a frame lock disengages, and then Dark Gravity was on last night, and he agreed with him. He says the way that he fidgets with like his JK in his cars with his left hand, he likes reaching across the lock bar. And Pocket Metal's like, you know, he jokes, he goes, those guys that complain, lefty, about left-handed knives, I love a right-handed knife in my left hand.
Yeah. Well, they should learn how to do the index finger move so you can break it like that. But let them keep doing it for...
Well, I mean, like you love that Vero you got this left-handed, right?
The Synapse?
Yeah.
That one's dropping next week if he wants to buy one and try it. But it's a lefty knife. It's not a right-handed knife. Lefty. So
it's going to go in the pocket the other side too.
Yeah, and the lock bar is going to go the other way, so it's not going to be the same thing.
No, but it'd have the same feeling in his right hand of what he claims he likes with his left hand.
Yeah, but that's different. Once you switch it over, it's going to be completely... Like, a lefty knife, right-handed, feels fucking weird. Like, really weird to the point where I don't even really fidget with them right-handed, which is one reason I don't love having pure lefty knives, because I only use them one-handed.
Right. If they're lefty, they're a little bit more where you can only use them one-handed.
What up, Jesse? Channel member. Loot 10 Tex is a channel member. Pretty Fly is a channel member. Run through Chris. What up, dude? Channel member up in here. Nuts for Knives. Jeffrey Dawson. Josh, of course. Check out Edgy Americans channel. That bastard.
Did you see his video he put up today?
No. Is it about awesome boxers that I told him to buy?
No, I think he's got that one coming. It's about It's about the 3.5.
Dude, he fucking hates Leung right now.
There's no reason he should. I've talked to him because Shane and I are personal friends. We live an hour apart. I
Yeah,
see him every other week.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He thinks he knows something that is just not right, and I don't know.
Like what?
I don't think that Shane's wrong on a lot of stuff like that. I think when Shane gets current of something not being right, it's typically accurate.
What is he saying? Isn't
He's
right?
never been specific. He doesn't want to get into it. He's very and he's not like that with me about drama, but he's very. I'm not gonna get into it.
But he made a video.
But the video is very specific about time frame, about communication, about it's not that he's doing anything that's sus. It's just talking about the process, the situation, and it's not very positive for Leon.
No,
right?
the whole thing is.
But it's not.
Waiting 15 months sucks when you thought it was 9 or whatever. But like,
we have things like that happen that are out of our control. Everybody knows that.
Like, I talked to Leon about it last week. He called me and we were talking, and the dude feels terrible that he held on people's money that long. And like, nobody wants to do that. And the only reason he did a pre-order, which he's never done before, was because he wanted to make sure everybody who wanted one got one.
I remember on the edge where he talked about that.
Right. Because with the field duty and the EDC, he has people asking him all the time where they can get one, and he doesn't have any to sell them. So he's like, all right, I'll do a pre-order because I can't afford to order 1,000 units. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'll do a pre-order, and then he only charged a deposit if you
wanted. Just $100. Damn,
you could pay the full thing if you wanted, but you also could just pay the $100 deposit. The but the problem was where he took the rest of the money in August, thinking that production was wrapping up.
Well, he thought that though. That's not his fault.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, mistake. He took the money for that, and then they had more delays and then shit happened with the flippers or whatever. And so it took 15 months, but like, there's no way that he wanted that. Like,
well, A to Z EDC claims it didn't take that long because he's got all his receipts, and those are people, I guess, that got in when it first went live. But A to Z EDC got in, I want to say, he totaled it up. He put it down $100.
What do you mean got in?
He pre-ordered it. But he didn't pre-order it. The pre-order window must have been open for a really long time.
No, the pre-order was open for 24 hours. That was it.
Well,
literally a 24-hour pre-order.
Jeff has been confused because he's saying that it was only 8 months. He thinks it was only 8 months.
What?
A to Z.
He's counting from when he got charged the rest of the deposit.
In August, right?
But the pre-order was in October 21. It was literally one night. It was I remember it was a 24-hour
pre-order. Put $100 down.
Yeah, I put $100 down, and then in August, I believe it was August, he asked for the other portion of it, and then you paid that. You even had the option, I think, to use PayPal in 4. You paid that in August, and then it took another 5 months. But that, again. He obviously didn't think that was going to happen.
He's one of the nicest guys. He makes fantastic knives because he's good at what he does. I don't think I hate for him to catch any grief, and I'll probably end up getting one if they become available.
I think he's also a businessman. So, like, he's been doing this for 20, however many years, and obviously he's been able to keep his business afloat and all of that. So, like, I don't know how to explain this better, but like, he's also a businessman. So when it comes to certain aspects, he is going to like lean towards not just giving shit away. Like, if that makes sense. Like, if you need a replacement X, he's going to charge you shipping to send this there or whatever, which a lot of us look at and we go, man, I wish he would just send the fucking thing or whatever. Right. Like, some people were saying, there's certain versions that he hasn't sent out yet because he's waiting on the COAs to come, the titanium COAs.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of people tell me that he said, well, they've emailed him or whatever, and he's been like, well, I can send it to you now, but then you would and then you can pay shipping for me to send you the COA later when I get it. And
yeah, because you can't eat 1,000, unknown shippings if you've got a pro forma.
So that's where I struggle with that, because my gut goes, damn, that's unfortunate. I wish he would just say, I'm going to send it to you and I'll ship you the COA when it gets here for free.
Yeah.
But he's a businessman. Like he's trying to, like, this is his living. Like, so it's hard for me to put myself in his shoes because I'm not quite at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So,
well, I know that he feels terrible about it. And
I don't think that kind of stuff relates to his personality or anything. Like, you got to be able to separate those things. Like, he's just making business decisions, but he's still a good dude. Like, I can tell he's a good dude.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I have no doubts about that. And I think it'll all blow over and work out fine. Like you said, I think they're probably 50% of the people that love the D10.
Right. And I'm sorry, guys. I know I haven't been keeping up here. My bad. We're just going on. But I don't know. I think it sucked because I waited 15 months. I had the knife hyped up in my head. I got the knife. The detent just wasn't for me. Just plain out, it was too light. It was weak for me. So I took the knife apart. I tried to tweak the detent a little bit. I found my detent ball was not engaging the hole all the way. I could see, like, if you look through the back, I could see the ball not sitting all the way in. So I tweaked it, and I got that to happen, and it was definitely better. It didn't add more pressure or anything to the lock bar. Like, it still closed great. It definitely felt better. It still wasn't good enough for me on the detent. Everything else, I mean, the construction is impressive. If you,
that pivot collar is gorgeous.
Yeah, when I post the video, you'll see the disassembly. The construction is crazy. It is a titanium liner, not steel like we had heard. It's milled out to the gills. When I talked to him, he was telling me he had just nightmare problems with this cross-cut fat carbon. Like, it makes it really hard to work with, and just it costs so much more to do this cross-cut stuff. But it's pretty fucking sexy. Like, I don't know if I would incur all those extra costs just to have cross-cut versus just regular. But he's the only person I know of that has done it. So the integral bolster thing, I think aesthetically isn't for me, but it's fucking cool. Like, the liners literally there's screws up top at the bolster area that mounts a titanium bolster to the liner on the inside. And that's how it's, integral, instead of having, screws from the outside or having a frame lock or whatever, like a bolster lock. It's just completely clean. Like, I don't know. It's really cool. So
yeah, I mean, it looks super, super clean. I was looking, there's my phone.
Yeah. Did you glue the pivot? Shit, I can't remember, dude. If I did it very lightly, but I may have left it. I remember in the video, I probably said, I'm not going to glue it because I'm going to sell it right away. But I may have. I don't know. But if I did, it'll be easy for you to get it out. Needham bought it off me. The glue it's not like permanent fucking it's so easy to just crack the glue. I think that's like a misconception. I don't know if that's why you're asking. But it was Loctited fucking rock solid. So they didn't want anybody fucking with that thing. I had to heat it. To get the screw out, which didn't mess with the finish at all. But I don't know. I should have asked that. Yeah, you should have asked that before. But anything I glue is not like a permanent thing. You just loosen the screw. It's just like Loctite. I can rewatch the video later and tell. Actually, I could check right now if you want. You don't need to heat it, dude. I guarantee you. You just use a driver that has any bit of torque. It'll unscrew right away. Yeah, I don't know. I think when people think super glue, because that's what I thought. When you think super glue on a pivot, you think it's like gonna fucking be really hard to unscrew. It's not. It's easier than some Loctite, honestly.
Yeah, because super glue is gonna. You can clean it off with alcohol. You can clean it off with.
Well, they're saying to break it when you loosen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't hold any tighter than like a whole bunch of Loctite, does it?
Right. Yeah, I glued it, dude, because I can see the super glue thing sitting on the desk open. So I'm pretty sure I glued it. But yeah, it's easier to undo than Loctite. Like I've never had to heat up a knife that I've super glued. Not once. But Loctite, I've had to heat up before. So anyway, if you have a problem, you just let me know.
Yeah, Nick Martino, it is like fast drying Loctite.
Yeah, it really is. It's fucking awesome, dude. I actually like this Synapse. I had to do it twice, but I mean on my Axon I had to do it 4 times, you know. With the glue I had to do it twice because the first time I just tried putting it on the threads of the screw, and then if that doesn't work, I'll take a Q-tip with glue and I'll put it into the barrel and kind of like try to get it on the inner threads and then put more on the screw threads and then tighten it.
Are you using the watery Loctite or are you using the more gel?
I use super glue.
I know, but the super glue, you can get it as watery super glue or you can get it as kind of a gel super glue.
I don't know. It's gel. It's Gorilla Glue.
Okay, Gorilla Glue. So it's not watery.
It's a super glue pen. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, it's kind of like gel. I've never seen a watery kind.
Yeah, most of the super glues, the ones that come in the bottles like this, and I don't use it for knives.
But you shouldn't even have to take it apart, Needham. I mean, it's your knife. You should do whatever you want. But like, I put skiffs in it. I put multi-row skiffs in it. I told you that, right? I hope so. Yeah. So I mean, I cleaned it. I guess you might want to tweak if you want to tweak the pivot to make it a little more drop shut, you could, but I don't know. But yeah, like this knife, normally with a Vero, it's like brutal trying to get them to stay Loctited. This thing was money after the second time. I just had to get glue in the threads because if you just put it on the screw, a lot of times what happens is you tighten it and it just literally sucks all the glue to the bottom of the threads on the screw. Like you'll notice when you take it apart, there's just like a circle of glue right in there. It just comes right out. So you have to literally get it like in the inner threads. That works the best for me.
Mike Ye coming in hot.
Master Sack Gobbler, do your thing. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, sir. Yes, Aaron's does do it a little slower, but like that's not what I want for a knife. Although that's not bad, honestly. If you used Aaron's, then you might be able to tweak it a little bit as you go. With the Gorilla Glue, I got to be pretty precise because once I stop turning, it's done. You know. You guys are funny. Still debating if I should get on Vero's new slim pulse. Yeah, I didn't realize until today or yesterday that it's a drop point and it has the slot on both sides. Those are differences versus the original. I prefer the Tanto. I loved the way he did the grinds on the Tanto. But the dual slot is appealing as a lefty. The problem is his clips are horrible for opposite hand flicking. It's just like trying to rest on that is very uncomfortable. The mini Axon frame lock I had was fantastic, but you just couldn't enjoy it left-handed. So if he ever makes a lefty, I will be getting that. So something else I got today is this guy from Dagger Knives. They sent me this to review. I'm going to put it in my little pass around group thing. And it's called the Mermaid OTF. And essentially, you have a normal OTF up here, VG10 sort of daggery blade. It's not sharp on this top one, but it looks like a dagger blade. And then you also have a switch down here, so you can pull it out with the ring and fire it from this bottom switch instead. And they both actuate. You see how that bottom one's moving?
And is that the one that you can take one of the buttons off if you want to?
Yeah. I think we talked about it on one of the lives.
Yeah.
You can take one of the buttons off and they give you a plate that you can put in its place. So if you hated this, you could just get rid of that switch. I wish they made it to where you could take the ring off if you wanted to. Take the ring off and then put the plate on, but it wouldn't work because the switch is on the ring.
Right.
But it's awesome. It's really good. It doesn't fire quite as hard as others. Like this Kershaw live wire is amazing. And it doesn't fire all that hard.
Are you loving the live wires? What, $2.99?
$2.30, dude. Yes,
$2.30?
buy it. It's so good. This is
I'm not an
compound
guy, so
this thing really shotguns out.
It sounds like a pellet rifle.
Yeah, and this not so much, but it's still really good. This is a bit weaker than both, but it works. So it doesn't bother me or anything. It's just something to note. I think it's an aluminum frame, but it's just cool that it has the karambit style thing on it. So
I'm more of an out the side pansy.
If you're at a Friday night gas station fight at 7-Eleven, you got some backup right here.
That is the gas station. That's outgunning all your opponents.
It's freaking awesome. So yeah, I like this thing a lot. That's the Mermaid. And then I got the Nightshade we were talking about. They sent me the Nightshade to check out.
That's the one I ordered.
It's really good.
How's the deacon? I was wondering. And how is it the size-wise compared to that Vox Chillin'? Because that's what it reminded me of.
I sold the Chillin' to G-Ball. So, unfortunately, I sold it like a couple days ago. I wish I'd kept it long enough to compare, but
the size-wise, they seem similar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're similar for sure. It's like, I don't know. What is it? 3 1/4 maybe? It could be 3 1/2, and the banana just makes it feel shorter. But, I get a full grip. This one, I think, is maybe slightly more comfortable than the Chillin' because it's just a more neutral all around.
I ordered that and a little Mercury fixed blade from White Mountain Knives and used your code day before yesterday.
Cool. Yeah,
have you seen the little Mercury that they got in?
What?
Have you seen the little Mercury fixed blade sheep points or sheep's foots they got in? $99, N690. They're about 6 inches.
No, I don't even know what that is.
It's an Italian maker. I didn't either. Blade HQ has them too, but I got them from White Mountain Knives. Mike Hard to handle.
You're down the rabbit hole of fixed blades, my friend.
Dude, I've gone nuts on the fixed blades.
Yeah, how much was this? Chillin'.
I want to say it was $77 before your discount.
Nightshade.
Well, not the Chillin'. I thought you were talking about that.
Yeah. Well, everybody compares them and says
Chillin's $158 in my Carta, and it's like $200 if you
I
go
paid $250 in carbon fiber.
Yeah.
But it's in M398, which is going to be better than 154. But if they're I don't know how the heat treats are. This could end up performing better, but this is awesome. I gotta say, the chillin' was awesome too. This has more of a banana to it than the chillin'. That's for
Right.
sure. The
More
chillin' is more
exaggerated.
straight. This is a boomerang. But it's fantastic. It really is. I just wish they did a lefty clip on it. It didn't. And then I also got in the Caballero from Urban EDC.
Ooh,
And
has that got the Shanghai or whatever you call that pattern?
it's got the Sagaha pattern on it.
What's the story about that knife? I'm not even familiar with it.
Pena Caballero. So it's an X series Pena. And I'm glad because I actually initially was like, hey, just, invoice me for one of these. I'll buy it. And my guy over there was like, no, he's like, we'll send it to you and you can decide or whatever. And I was like, all right. So they sent me. So I'm glad they did that because I'm not going to buy it because I have a Burger Urban Custom. And I just don't. This is awesome. Like, this is really good. But, like, I don't see the need in owning it because I own this.
They're so similar.
Yeah, and this obviously has, Burger Custom action, which is amazing. So I just don't need it. But this is really good. I mean, it's very well done. The front flipper, it's my favorite Pena X series by far, this one.
Nice.
And the pattern's cool. I still think it looks kind of like plastic, but that's just my take on this stuff. But yeah, Urban EDC has these right now. If anybody's interested, I have a link in the description to the Urban EDC. So check it out. Do you have an Alacron? Why do I know that?
Alacron.
I've heard that name, but I can't put it together. Alacron.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah. I also got this from Urban EDC. This is the Loudy Shuffle.
Is that where you get that at Urban EDC? I saw your shuffle post today.
Yeah, they sent me I think they were dropping next week, but they sent me this early to check out.
So how is that fun when it doesn't come apart? When it just
goes
wiggles
to the side.
I know.
You go to the side and then you click down twice. Like,
does that give you? Is that as much fun as your little Mackeys, the ones that slide up? Because that speedometer one. Did I ever send you this one?
No.
Dude, this is to me. And again, you probably won't like it because it's heavy, but I love it because I can push it up. Whoops. And I'll probably break my computer, but I can spin it, push it down. And I'll just sit in meetings and just do that.
Yeah, I mean, you can make any of them really super fun. I'll say the shuffle is fun for sure. It's a little bit more difficult to do left-handed because it really is meant to be right-handed. But I enjoy it. I've had one before, and I like it. It's not like my favorite fidget, but it's one of the coolest looking ones for sure. And that's the appeal with this one is like it's really good for like Instagram pictures and shit like that. Right. It's a really good piece of pocket trash, essentially.
Well, I was really getting close to a Magnus because you had me sold on those, and then all of a sudden you kind of lost your Magnus fire.
I mean, I lose my interest in a lot of stuff.
But I mean, with sliders, do you still think Magnus are the top?
I think if you're gonna get a slider, you want a Modus Works wrapped V2, or you want a Compiform Allure V3. Magnus is good. They're really good, but they tend to have like the interface between the plates. You got to like clean them a lot, and like I don't know. They're good. I had one that I really liked, the dimple. So they can be really good. What I found was having half Teflon and half Zerk plates. Really made it awesome. But I would recommend those two, or just get like a 3D printed one, honestly, and that'll satisfy you. I'm just not a slider guy. Like, I like the track ones a little bit, and that's, I like the Mackie. Those are really good, and that's about it. I
Yeah,
love
this
the
one's got a
coin.
track.
I'm a coin guy more than anything, I think. Shuffle is my favorite fidget. Carry it every day. Some might say EDC. Yeah. No, it's awesome, dude. I enjoy it. Once I learned that I could snap out and then do like a double click in, 1, 2, that's when it really got fun, because I was just doing this. And that's not as fun as the double click.
I've still got my soap bar too. I like it. It's big.
Soap bar is great. It's just too heavy to carry,
Yeah, it's big pocket jank.
Yeah. CP3 is awesome. It's really one of the best. Love Kev fidget video.
Colin,
Thanks,
it
man.
is an awesome knife. 319.
I got some more videos coming because I got some new fidgets. I really don't buy many anymore. It's just like when companies send me shit, and then when I get NJT coins. I do have one on Kickstarter I picked up, the S Nano, and I have the ratchet ring, which I don't know if any of you guys are into fidgets, but I'd be curious if any of you pre-ordered that ratchet ring from Project Ratchet. They sent out an update that they had to switch from titanium to steel, which is interesting. Because obviously people paid for it for titanium, and now it's going to be steel. But they did it because it's going to be better. Like, they got the titanium ones, and they found out that the acoustics sucked, and there was like a rattle. And with steel, it doesn't have that at all. So it sounds right. So it's like, either we deliver you in the material we promised, but it's not as good, or we give you a steel one and it's really good. So like, they decided to go with steel, but the cost doesn't come down because they've tested all this shit and bought all this material, and like, it's not that big of a cost difference. So
are they offering a refund for people who aren't satisfied with that answer?
I don't think they're actively doing that, but like, if you hit them up, I'm sure they would work with you. They're coming up with something as a compensation. Like, they're now going to offer certain engraved patterns on the steel that they didn't have before. They were just going to be steel rings, and now they're going to offer some kind of engraving patterns on them you can choose from instead. So they're doing something. I think it's fine. It just kind of is what it is, but it's kind of an interesting situation for sure. Thinking about QSP Canary, thoughts? I don't know what that is. What is a QSP Canary? Have you seen that one?
I have not.
All right, let's pull it up. QSP Canary. What up, Jacob? I saw Jacob come in. Kvis Blade Works. I was showing off the invert earlier.
And I did not even know that the invert was literally an invert of the variant. Very cool.
Hey, look at this. It's a fixed blade. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, that's the little, that's the QSP, yeah. It's a little small guy. It's like 2.5-inch blade, right? About 5.5 inches overall.
It's in 14C28V. You think that's right?
I think that's a typo. But
I think so too. Oh yeah, it says N there over. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it's not a bad looking little knife. It looks a little chunky.
Yeah. I had one of their neck muckers or whatever it was called.
Yeah, the nest muck.
Yeah, but I thought it had a clever name, like neck mucker. No?
Skull fucker.
Yeah, this looks okay. It's not like, I don't know. But I'm sure it's well made and all that good stuff. So if the aesthetic appeals to you, then go for it. Oh, that reminds me, guys. I wanted to plug we have shirts and patches and shit up on the website. So if you go to the Divo website,
Here, I'll post it.
there, I got it. There's a swag section. Oh, if you want to put it in the comments, yeah. There's a swag section now. Or here, I'll do it. I got it right here.
I'm pulling it, player.
I got it. There's a swag section. We have patches. So we have the Stout and the Growler sticker designs now in patches. They're just about 2 inches. They're really cool. The Growler one I think is really nice. The Stout one's fine, but I definitely like the Growler one a little better. Pull that up real quick. So that's the Growler patch. They're $10 each. You're gonna pay $5 for shipping, so we figured, 15 total for one. If you get a pack, you save that shipping cost, and it's $20 out the door with shipping. You could also pay 4 interest-free payments of $375.
Look at y'all going hard on Sezzle. I'm gonna Sezzle it right now.
Dude, I fucking love Sezzle, man.
I do too.
And then we have t-shirts now. So we have Dead Nut shirts. And so the price on these, I want to talk about it because I've been struggling mentally with the price because I want to make it cheaper, but we also have to make some money. They go through a company called Printful. It's kind of like Teespring. Basically, we put the design on the shirt and then we can add it, link it through our site so that it's on our site. You don't have to send you to Teespring or anything like that. They make the shirts one at a time. And basically, we have a cost and then we add whatever. So we make some money and then you have a cost, right? So right now I have it set where we are making $8 or $9 on a shirt, but you can use Lefty 10. So you get 10% off. You'll save $3. So we make $6 or $7 on a shirt, which I think is fair. So
why are you struggling with that?
Well, because it's $35 for the shirt, but the reason it's $35 is we chose tri-blends. So it's a really good shirt. It's a Bella Canvas tri-blend shirt. And then these have our logo on the back. So we also have the logo on the back, the DK Divo logo, and you get Dead Nuts on the front. If you want just a Divo shirt, that one's $29. Obviously, if you get 2, 3, 4X, it goes up a couple bucks. But this one's $29. I'm thinking of adding a just 100% cotton version, and maybe we can get one up there for $20.
Yeah, dude,
people who don't want to spend.
You guys can position your brand and position your merch and your stuff. Don't feel guilty about $35 shirts.
I don't know. You can use Lefty 10, so it'll be I originally had it at I think 32, but the code wasn't active. So Stevie was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Can't use the code." And I'm like, "That's because we're making $7, and then if I give you the code, we're gonna make $4." So I added a couple bucks and then added the code, so you still end up saving $1 more than it was before. But it's just how I have to do it. But
don't beat yourself up. I think they're well worth it, and the market will dictate how many sell. You got Sizzle.
I'm not that worried about it. I just wanted to have an option to buy shirts because people have been asking me for a while, and we haven't had any on there. And again, we're not buying 100 of them and then stuck with inventory. So if people don't buy them, people don't buy them. But
and people like me can Sizzle them,
right?
Right. I'm getting ready to do. I forgot I was in the middle of that.
I don't know. If I lower the price, I could, but then we're not doing a lot.
Put in Lefty 10.
But make sure you use Lefty. Let me know if it works. But you can Sezzle it. And that's another, people probably know this, but every time somebody uses Sezzle, they charge us 6% of the,
That's why I'm not going to put in my Lefty 10 code. Do I want white or black? White?
No, I don't know. You still should use the code. But I'm just saying we have to build that kind of stuff into the cost of things. What?
So if I get a patch and a shirt, do I pay shipping twice?
That's a great question,
I'm gonna
dude.
find out. Hold on.
Yeah, let's find out.
I
Because
don't think I will. I think it'll just figure my shipping up.
I wonder if the shipping is. I don't know how it would work.
Let me get it in the cart. It's going slow on my iPhone.
Because I did have somebody. Let me check. I could check an older order and see.
Oh,
Because I
dude,
had
I'm getting
somebody
ready to
order.
check out. We're good. I think it's only going to charge
James
me
brand
shipping
prices.
once because I'm going to continue shopping. And when I add the shirt to my cart, I just don't know if I want black or white.
So here, which one are you getting? The dead nuts?
Yeah, dead nuts.
So I'm wearing the blue one. And then what's the other one you
Where's
wanted?
the
Black?
blue? I see black and.
I have a black. I think I ordered it. You want me to get it? I think I have a black one too.
No, that's yours. Is the navy tri-blend?
Yeah, this one's the dead nuts with the navy or blue, whatever it is. Yeah,
It's called navy tri-blend, charcoal black tri-blend, or
dude, they're
olive
fucking
brown.
so soft, man.
I'm getting the navy. I don't want extra small, but I want medium.
It's 50% polyester, 25 ring spun cotton, and then 25% rayon. They're literally the best shirt. Like they're silky, fucking soft, and they're like thin. They're not like super heavy. I personally hate 100% cotton because it shrinks immediately.
Oh yeah.
And then I can't wear it, and it rides up the back. And then what happens is I wear it once, I wash it, and then I get it out of the washer, and it doesn't fit anymore. I basically have man boobs and a super short shirt, and then I have literally a pile of fucking dope ass knife shirts that are in my closet that I put there, and I'm like, I'll wear this for like sleeping or something. And I never do because I always just wear the shirt I'm wearing for sleeping. And so I have this pile of fucking dope shirts that I just can't wear because they're too small. And I ordered the right size, like it's 2X. I order that. That's what fits me on good shirts. You know, like I have some of these shirts that I've had for years and they never shrink like tiny. They probably shrink a little bit out of the first wash, but not enough to where it's not comfortable anymore.
Yeah, I'm digging it. For some reason, my thing's going slow. Hey, Zach, Michael Morgan, Bluminati.
Bluminati's here. Naf is here. What's up, guys? Sorry,
Cousin
we're going
Dan
on
Block,
tangents.
Bearded
Doom's
Doom.
here. I meant to ask Shane if he wanted to come on and explain the whole Leon thing, but then we got distracted. I was
Is
just
he still in
curious.
here?
What?
Is Shane still in here? He'll probably take his shirt off and come on.
I don't know. He might have left when I wasn't giving him shit, but I gave him some shit the other day when he posted about the 15-month wait and asking for addresses or whatever.
Yeah, what was that
This is
about?
what you do. When you do a pre-order, you have to ask for an address change. It could be a 3-month pre-order. It doesn't matter. You always ask for an address change.
Oh, I pushed the wrong checkout.
Yeah, see what happened. What up, Zach? What's going on, man? How are you? 2XLT may be needed now. I don't know if they have a T. There's just the 2, 3. We tried to go as big as we could. We have some 4Xs on there. There might be one shirt that is a 5. The only difference is if you get the white or the heather gray, you get the blue nuts. So like on the blue and black, it just is all white dead nuts.
I don't need any more blue nuts. I'm in a drop sale. Too much information, I know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Canada. What up, dude?
Shipping method.
Thanks, Bluminati. I know you got some from the same company. Yeah, I think they're good. It came out well. I have some coming from another manufacturer that are good too. I showed you guys the Slip Life design, right? Here's the giveaway, by the way. Might as well talk about that. Wait, did you get to the shipping?
Yeah, it's only $8.99 for both.
Oh, so it does add. That's interesting.
No, I've got a patch and a shirt.
Yeah, so like our normal shipping for the patch would be $5. It's just
Right.
like flat rate. So you think they added
Based on
$3.99?
weight. No, I think they added $3 because of weight.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, I think it's all done by a formula because I put in
Because
my
it'll
zip
ship
code.
separately.
I put in my zip code to get that.
They
But it's
probably
in
just
shop pay.
they just add their rate to our rate, maybe.
Why doesn't it have me in Sezzle? Not that I necessarily want to Sezzle it.
Dude, go ahead, do whatever. We have the option there so that people will use it. I've been trying to convince Casey to add it to his site because I'm like, dude, you'll get more orders because
And it's not credit. It's not like a credit card thing.
Oh yeah, but what he doesn't like is that. Are you in that? Are you in that Instagram group? I gotta add you if you're not in there.
No, I don't think so.
But we were talking about it, and that his look on it is kind of like yeah, it's like I could just use my credit card, but it's like that's not necessarily the point. I don't know how to explain it better, but it's not.
It
really
doesn't feel like you're taking as big of a whack.
It's kind of a mental thing. That's how I kind of put it. Like I have the money. It's
exactly a mental thing because it's
or,
not as painful. You can buy 3 knives.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy 1 for.
Exactly. But anyway, I was trying to convince him to put it on his site, and his argument was, yeah, but let's say you have 100 people order, right? And because you have Sezzle, 60 of them use Sezzle. Now you're getting charged 6% for those 60 orders, right? Where if you didn't use Sezzle, you wouldn't have that. Let's say you had like 3 people who didn't order at all because of it. What is that like math break out to? And I'm like, that's not like
that's overthinking it.
Yeah, just add a little bit to your cost, your price to use set like. So if you want to use Sezzle, you don't take 6%. Like let's say my knife costs $100. I'm not going to say, okay, Sezzle charges me 6%, so now I'm going to add $6 to the knife. It's going to be $106 because not everybody's going to use Sezzle. So maybe you take a percentage. You say, okay, maybe 10% of people use Sezzle. I'll add $1 to the price. So now my knife is $101 instead of $100. Nobody's going to give a shit that it's $101, and you've covered your Sezzle fee. But I guarantee you will have people who would not have ordered your knife without the option that will now order. I don't know. You guys tell me. Have you guys ever not ordered a knife because they didn't have the option? Yeah, what is the Alacron?
So I ordered it, but it didn't want me to go through Sezzle. It wanted my shop pay, kind of defaulted to it.
I hate that, dude. So it does that. So what you have to do is you have to either go on a browser that doesn't have your shop pay. You have to log out of shop pay, or the easier option is you just go through the guest checkout. Like instead of hitting any of those options.
Yeah, because once I put my email in is what sucked me into my shop. And see, I just use shop to track packages. That's how it started. It used to be called something different.
But no, I don't mean. So what you do is you know that page where it has like Apple Pay, Sezzle, Shop Pay, whatever. What you do is you go. It also under that has like name, email, address. You just go through that like you're a new customer and you fill it all out. And then at the end, it'll say you want to use a card or Sezzle. And then it'll let you use Sezzle. You just have to do it differently.
I'm just ready to sport my growler patch on my pee-poo bag. So when I got to the range and make holes in paper, I'll be representing.
Yeah, see?
I've got a killer Vertex bag. I don't know if you have a range bag, but
they say they don't do credit checks. That was one of the things that I originally was like, do they do credit checks? They say they don't. So I don't know. But then they have like limits for people. So I don't know. I have no idea. But
it's just if your payment history, like every 2 weeks, it's going to take that quarter. Well, if for some reason you don't have that on your card in that 2 weeks, it'll say a Sezzle payment didn't go through. I've experienced this. And then it tries again in 2 days and you get like a $5 fee. So what they want is those fees. But if you do that several times, it'll lower what you can Sezzle. So as long as you just throw in a fuck you every now and then, That gives them a little extra cash, and it makes the wheel greasy.
I've never had an issue with it. Yeah, I don't know.
I
But
was
I
out of
usually
town.
won't order a knife unless they have a 4-pay, unless it's something I really want. Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't think I've had a situation where I've been like, no, I'm not gonna order it. But if they have the option and the knife is more than like $200-300, I will use it just because it seems easier. It just kind of makes sense to do it that way.
I'll give you a perfect example. And ENG's in here, and he knows that he got the Hella, the superlative Hella, and I found it on Knife Center and was going to buy it. It's like $198. I have $198, but I didn't want to whack it all at once. I would wanted to do a sizzle or whatever.
Right.
So instead, I went to White Mountain Knives and picked up the same amount of dollars worth of knives, probably more, just because I could sizzle it. And it's psychological because at that time it took like $50.
Right.
In 2 weeks, when I get another big check, it'll take $50.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can go in and pay it off if you start feeling guilty.
Yeah. I don't know. You can just pay it up. You want, I don't know. It's just a mental thing. Like, to me, like what I always think is like people look at it and they go, oh, it's just people who don't have the money and just want to, you know,
ENG
at least for me, that's not what it is. Like I have the money. I could just buy it.
Look at ENG's comment. He's all over it. And I don't even have that situation anymore. But I think from years, ENG, EDC, about his wife doesn't question those smaller payments.
Oh, yeah. That's initially why I started doing it.
Yeah. And I mean, and I was in a marriage for 20 years, so I knew how to hide things. My biggest fear was that I would die and my ex-wife would sell my skateboards for what I told her I had in them. Because I've got like 14. And the same thing with knives. So I've continued to buy that way because I'm kind of doing it to myself.
Right.
Tricking myself.
Well, thank you all for the orders. I'm seeing them come in. Thank you.
Yeah. Shit my shit.
So to thank you, I'm going to give away some shit. So I got this Blade Ops mat they sent me, which is pretty cool, actually. It's kind of thick, like work mat type thing. And then I have a bunch of stickers as usual. I don't know if I need to show them all, but I got Arcane Design, OCD for EDC. I got Dead Nuts. Here's the new one. We're working on patches, and we're going to have a shirt up soon on the Slip Life shirt. I think this is going to be real sick on a shirt. If you're into slip joints,
slip joint guys, I gotta take that plunge, and I'll probably regret it.
Yeah. I got KPL Knife Shield, and then I have an Olight i3E EOS. This is one they sent me last month. It's this, I think it's just a blue. I don't know if it has a pattern. I think it's just blue. I never opened it because, I don't know, I've had a few of these. I just figured I'd keep it. And then shout out to Carco, Chris. He might be in the chat. He donated this.
Carco is.
What?
Dr. Drew, I do skate, buddy. I've been skating for 48 years. Damn, I skate about a couple times a week.
Your age, brother.
What? Hey, I'm not your age. 1976 was a good year for me. At the pool, on the skateboard.
And this is a Civivi Elementum. It's got a good D10 on this one. Let me see if I can. Nope, can't feel it. She pops. Chris donated this. I've had this for a while. I just have a whole shitload of stuff in my giveaway bin, and I try not to give away too much at once. So
that's a great knife. I've still got my Elementum. It was in my. It was a teaser in my top Civivi videos because again, I get more views on those than I do on anything else. Civivis and Kaisers.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't. I can't review shit just to get views, but.
Well, all mine's my shit. So I'm just talking about why.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, I think I hate this knife just because it's a knife that people love. Like, it's one of those situations where I just don't want to be on the bandwagon. So I hate on it, but it is good. I wish it was in a better steel. I think it's D2. But does it say on here what the hell it is? No. But anyway, that's all the stuff we're going to give away tonight. So stay tuned if you want in on this. And shout out to Chris. Shout out to KPL. Use my code Lefty10, knifepivotlube.com, baby. And shout out to Olight for sending this. Get all the stickers in here. Oops.
Edgy American, we were hollering for you earlier.
Sorry, I just like to get everything in the box and ready to go.
You're the fastest shipper ever. I mean, you are amazing at how quick you ship stuff. I got the Chickadee and the Combat Beads driver, which I love too, in 2 days.
Nice. I usually the trick is to get it out the door.
Kyle always hate over debate.
I don't have the discipline to sizzle knife. What does that mean, discipline?
Because he's saying he might get into more knives than he needs, and before long he'll have a bunch of sizzles every 2 weeks coming due, and he'll be stressing over them. I've been there.
Oh. I guess, but then you got to that's why, I use it. Sometimes I won't use sizzle because I'm like, you know what? I already have 2 or 3 going. I'd rather not. I'll just pay for this one. That's the way I do it sometimes. It's a weird thing, but it doesn't cost me more money. It's not negative in my life at all.
No.
So I actually think it's a positive. So I use it. If you don't like it and whatever, then you don't use it. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't offer it as a business, because nowadays it will sell you stuff. I guarantee you there's people who would not have bought our knives if we didn't have sizzle on there.
And it's not your knives. I bought your knives straight out, but I've bought things on Amazon. I've bought knives because I've used I forget what Amazon. This shop, I think, Shopping 4 or something. Is that a thing?
What?
Shopping 4, which is the same type of gig.
Yeah, so ShopPay has it, but it doesn't work on knives, unless a company gets lucky and they don't catch them right away.
It worked on a Benjamin pellet rifle that I didn't need, but I can justify
random,
$50.
Dude. If they haven't flagged you yet, they haven't flagged you. But they let us use ShopPay and 4 for a week, and then they cut it off. But you have Sezzle, you have Afterpay, you have Zip, you have Klarna. There's all different ones. The only one I've ever used, I think, is Sezzle and Afterpay.
Yeah.
And the only reason is it Zip? I think, not Afterpay. They might be the same thing now. Whatever Urban EC has, because I've used their thing a few times.
Yeah, Zip used to be I forget, but yeah.
Afterpay, right?
Afterpay.
Let's pull up.
Yeah, Zip Pay app is like Sezzle that works on any website. So you can go into the
I've never gone that far where I've
oh, dude, I Blade HQ'd a bunch like that.
Yeah, I've never gotten a card or something just to use.
Just get you a temporary number.
But
it's not a card. It's just getting you a temporary number
that
you use as a card. Yeah. And then you're doing your 4 payments, and that card's dead.
Damn, dude.
That is sexy. I saw that bod today when you posted it.
And that lanyard, dude, that's sick, man. Good
He's
work.
the doodad king.
Troy is a fucking pimp, dude. He is an absolute pimp.
That's gorgeous.
And you know what? He's a great dude, too, which makes it even better.
Are you a Florida Gator, Bearded Doom? Because that looked like Florida Gator colors. I didn't know if with you being in Florida, if you were a Gator, if you were one of those.
So, G-Ball, do you get paid every week? Because it wouldn't be 6 paychecks. It would be 3, but either way. Those i3 EOS are awesome. So small, hardly smaller than a AAA that goes in it. Yeah, they're pretty good. I had one on my keys for a while, and then I realized it was redundant because I carry a flashlight. Although I sent my flashlight back to CWF to get something was up with the switch. I think it was like jittering out, but I'm pretty sure it was my fault because I was letting my kid play with it all the time, and she just sits there and like pops the button over and over. She probably fucked it up, so he just replaced it. I think. I'm way behind again. Is that what's going on?
So, Bod, yours is just green and orange by chance. That's not because of your affinity for Florida football. Good. I don't watch sports either. My sponsor told me a long time ago not to watch sports.
So, I think Shane and I agree that we both like the other person. We agree to be friends. But other than that, no. We don't
You agree
agree
to
on
disagree.
shit.
That's what it's all about. It's about having open debates about things that are different, even arguments, but just don't let it descend into just hatefulness. If you're going to be hateful for the sport.
Yeah. Urban EC has PayPal? I didn't know that. Maybe they do. I don't know. It's a loan. It's, I guess, technically, sort of. Like using a credit card and pay off in the month, and you get cash back with credit card. Yeah. So that's the other thing. Like, credit cards. We use our credit card for everything we can. So like, the only thing we don't use our credit card for is like the mortgage and the car payments, the stuff that like you can't use a credit card on. If I could, I would, because I pay it off I literally pay my credit card off like every week or twice a week. Every time I go check it, I'm like, okay, did anything post? Boom, pay it. And the reason I do that is because I have a double cash card with Citi. So every time I buy something, I get a point, and every time I pay it, I get a point, right? So at the end of the month, I've spent whatever it is, and I get the double points. I end up getting like $150 or $200 in cash back every single month, and then I just put that right towards the statement credit.
Yeah, because most people don't do it like that. If you take advantage of those special deals, it makes perfect sense.
Right. It's awesome. Like, yeah, I never carry a balance ever, but it benefits me. Like, why wouldn't I do that? The other reason I do it beyond that is every single time I've used my debit card, it gets fucking hacked or whatever. Like, I have debit cards I've never even taken out of I get it in the mail, and then I put the card under my bed in a thing, never even touch it, and I'll have charges on it. So we never use our debit cards because that way every time we check our debit account, I can see clearly if something got charged because we never use it. And I catch fraud, and then I have to get a new card, and it's like, if I used my debit card for everything, I would never catch those little charges and shit. And if somebody hacks your debit account and takes all your money, you're not getting that back. If they charge it on your credit card,
it takes you a long time to get it back.
Right. If they charge it on your credit card, you just say, I didn't do that, and they knock it off the statement. Like, whatever. So, I don't know. It just makes sense to me. We all know where Kev stores his stuff under his bed. Road trip. So one other thing I want to show you guys, just for the fun of it, is something that I recently got into. And I was telling these guys yesterday, and everybody's giving me a hard time. And I was questioning whether I should tell anybody at all. But I got these new boxes, all right? And they're so fucking good that, like, you know me, I got to share when something's awesome. Well, these boxers are fucking expensive, but they're like the best thing since Tidy Whities.
Are they stacks?
What?
What are they?
So they're called Step 1.
Okay, so they're not the ball sack ones.
No. And they're basically made for fat people like me. So they have really cool patterns too. I highly recommend you get the ones that have the fly. Although we learned yesterday that Stevie sits on the toilet, so he doesn't need the fly. But they have just boxer briefs.
He sits to pee?
Yeah, yeah.
Go, Stevie.
And they have the boxer briefs, then they have the what are they? The trunks, so they're longer, I guess. Is that what those?
Yeah, the boxer briefs are shorter on the leg where the trunk goes down further on your thigh.
And then they have the brief plus fly. That's what I get. Because originally I ordered these and I didn't realize they had a non-fly version. Because who the fuck wants a non-fly version? And so I have 3 that are non-fly and I'm pissed about it. But anyway, I'm wearing a pair tonight. And I'm like, every time I go to the bathroom, I'm like, motherfucker. And I got to like unbuckle my pants and then, you know. But anyway, the reason I love them is the material is like really comfortable, super soft. It almost feels like, not in a bad way, it almost feels like I'm wearing a tight, snug pair of like mesh shorts on my legs. And I mean that in a like good way, how comfortable they are. And then because I'm fat, they have these, it's called anti-chafe technology. This black shit or whatever that they put on the inner thigh, dude, it's so fucking comfortable. Like you never get that like weird rubbing shit going on.
I'm subscribing to the email now. Then
Ultra Glide.
One that I think you'll really like.
Ultra Glide panels. Fucking amazing. So anyway, it's soft bamboo viscose. Anyway, I just wanted to share it. I know it's weird. But yeah, they're $27. If you get the they have a couple like Christmas ones that are on sale. So like you can get these and they're $20. If you don't like, who cares, right? You can get them for $20. And then if you order 3, you get a discount. I've been ordering 5, but it's like $120 for 5 fucking boxers.
You start feeling like a woman buying lingerie.
I know it's weird, guys. I know, but I
Hey,
want to share.
Google
I'm gonna do a video because I'm gonna do a video because I fucking love these. And
Google Saxx, SAXX boxers.
I've seen those, dude.
They've got a little pouch. I'm wearing them now. I get them at Mountain High Outfitters.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's different brands that do this stuff.
Well, those got a little hammock in them.
Yeah, I hate that. I have it might even be these, but I have a brand that has the ball sack cup thing, and I just don't love it.
I think it keeps your junk from rubbing against your legs.
I think these might have some kind of sack thing too, but it's not as like pronounced. Yeah, 3D comfort pouch. There's a hidden piece of elastic around the pouch to surround you and your boys perfectly. There you go.
Nice.
The way they do it is more comfortable. The one that I had has the hammock.
Yeah, it's like a little hammock for
I fucking hate it, dude. It's
I love the little hammock.
I have to like tuck them in there, and it's fucking weird, man.
Dude, I'll stand by the sink with the water on just so I can have the sensation of laying out by the stream, so my nuts can have that same experience.
These you just put them on, and instantly your balls are in the pouch, and it's good. Those I had to like put them in. It's fucking weird, man. I don't want that shit. But the chafing stuff is what is awesome for these. You don't have that problem because you're not big, dude.
Yeah, but still, I like comfortable boxers. I'm gonna order some.
Yeah. Just try. So Stevie, he made up a deal. So he's like, all right, listen, I'll buy them, and if I get them and they suck, you got to do a dare. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that because you're gonna do some weird shit, right?
And you're gonna just say they suck,
right? And he's like, no, I'll be honest, and it won't be anything creepy. And I'm like, all right, fine. But if you like them, then you got to do a dare. And he agreed. So he's got them coming, and we'll see what happens. But, I mean, dude, they're so good. Like, there's no way. If he doesn't like them, it's because he's full of shit, you know?
I ordered some more beard oil and balm from him yesterday, and I ordered the Pacific Northwest and told him a little note that I wanted to try his scent. You know, he made me a Javon Patchouli scent that I've been getting for the last 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, he said old guy balls probably need the hammock a little more.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. I like to keep those babies taken care of.
How are they at gas filtration? I don't know. What do you mean? Like when I fart, they they expel pretty good, but it still smells.
Ian's so young, his balls haven't dropped yet.
Michael, that's a good one. His balls hasn't dropped yet. ENG, you will have droopy man balls, old man balls eventually. Dead nuts face threat too. Duluth as a bullpen version, but not for my thong either. Like my problem is either like the ones that I got with the hammock, the hammock wasn't great for me, and then what another thing I hate about boxers is when they're low. Like the waist is not, it doesn't pull up high enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
I don't like
I
them
put
to
them
be.
on, and as soon as I bend over, my ass crack's hanging out like 8 feet, and it's too, like, I don't know, I guess they're too loose, but it's the right size. These, they're just like, dude, they're fucking perfect. For me, anyway, they're perfect. So if you guys want to try them, try them. I don't have a code or anything. I don't I'm not sponsored by
No, like Shane said, it's cool
whatever
to
it was called.
share manly stuff because we all need to take care of our junk, to be smelling good like Jared, to you know,
Yeah,
make better
I
us's.
should get them to sponsor me, is what you're saying. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyle Coonley, that'd be scary if they made a Shane sack set.
I'm sold. I'm buying that. All right, you let me know, man. Let me know how you like them.
I've got it pulled up right here, Ian.
The only downside I'll mention is I think they ship from Australia.
Well, that does suck.
Yeah, it takes like a week or two to get them, but whatever. At least it's not like, I'm guessing they're made there. I can't be certain though. Can we find that out? Let's
I
find
just
out.
saw a really hot chick, and then I went down a little further. Let me find her.
Yeah, see, dude, anti-chafe, baby. Does it work for the women too?
Oh yeah, I prefer this style.
Let me see. Oh, sorry, I'm on the
I
site.
prefer that style.
See, look, one of Australia's leading online underwear stores, Step One, has been delivering sustainable anti-chafe underwear to your door since 2017. Step Ones are designed in Australia and are ethically made from viscose derived from organically grown bamboo with free shipping from our warehouse in Las Vegas. Oh. So they do have a warehouse in Vegas. My bad. 30-day pair guarantee. Look at that. Your first pair, if you don't like them, they'll give you a full refund.
I'm in.
Easy returns.
I think I'm going to go out on a limb and order the women's boxers.
Oh, there's a clearance section too. You're more likely to get the ones without the fly if you don't care. You can get them for
like the midnight blues, and they've got a lot of limited editions.
Yeah, they do. I've ordered every different pattern. I think like I'm down to like.
So you're committed, huh?
So that's what I was telling. That's why I brought it up, because it's not like I'm just saying, oh, I got a pair. They're good. I ordered. So on Black Friday is when I ordered them. I got 3 pairs. And then sometime in December, I ordered 5 more. And then just the other day, I ordered another 5. So my plan is to slowly replace all my boxers with these.
Nice.
Because here's the thing, right? This is how I know they're amazing. Because when I don't wear them, I'm wanting, like, I open my drawer to put on boxers after shower, and I go, oh, man, it's these on top, not the Step Ones. And then I'm like, fuck it. And I just reach under and grab the Step One from from below, because they're so much more comfortable than the ones that I have.
So it makes sense to replace them if you're reaching for them.
Right. The skiffs, they fit down in the hammock. Pretty sure they're still made in China. Yeah, probably. I mean,
no, I think they're 150% bloody Australian made. That was about the funniest video I've seen in a long time. Did you see that?
That video was good. That was a good one. Yeah, Tommy Johns I looked at, but those are like, I think they're made from elbow ligaments. Those are like, aren't those even more expensive? They're like $50 for a pair.
Tommy John's?
Duluth is supposed to be good too. Yep. I'm not saying they're the only brand. I'm just saying they're my choice. So
G-ball.
Jesus.
That's funny.
Yeah, real funny. I got some shit in Vegas. It was horrible. Devon is semi-chub, like 1988 Sears catalog flashback. You guys are too much. What up, Tri-State? How you doing, Cole?
Thanks for the recommendation, brother.
We were talking about boxers. You should get a pair, man. Step one. I was rocking my mini FSD today. What were you guys carrying? We didn't talk about this. What's everybody carrying tonight?
I'm carrying
Hinder Eclipse.
Flipperless Eclipse.
Nice.
I love this knife. It thunders out too.
Yeah, I love this one. I haven't carried it in a while because I just never carry shit after review. But like, this is one that I try to get in pocket every once in a while. It's just so good. And then I had the Kershaw Livewire. This, I'm telling you, this is the best bang for buck USA made OTF you can get. I mean, $230, deep carry clip, really good action. It's got a super smooth button. Like it's the easiest one I've had to deploy other than like, you know, Guardian Tactical has the ceramic ball thing. This almost feels better though.
I mean, that seems like you're putting hardly any effort into it.
That's what I'm saying. But you still get a good amount of pop. Like the dagger one is pretty comfortable too, but it's not as strong, you know? So the combination is good. This one is a little stiffer, but still fantastic. I thought this was as good as it gets before I got this. So
is that the SOG?
No, this is a Hogue compound.
Oh, the Hogue. That's right, not SOG.
That's right. I never actually checked the dagger for blade play. That's not bad. I mean, it's just like most. Pretty thin stock, too.
Satisfaction was very underwhelmed with the, what's the new Benchmade out the front?
Oh, the shootout?
Yeah.
It's very light because it's
he said it was plasticky. That was his only real complaint and a lot of play.
And it's like $350 for plastic.
I don't see why you wouldn't just go aluminum.
They were trying to save the weight, and that's their thing is gribery. They're trying to make like the lightest. It's light as shit, dude. It weighs nothing.
Tri-State, you probably ran around naked all day and didn't carry anything. I don't blame you.
What was Blade Lab saying? Tuya NV4 is the best bang for buck this year. MeUndies. I think I looked on MeUndies because OCD for EDC always talks about it, and they had like a subscription, and they wanted, what did they want? Yeah, I don't know. It was like $20-something a month, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go spend $28 a pair. But I hadn't tried them yet, you know. But you got to try these, dude. They're fucking phenomenal. They're so good, so good. VECP. Sorry, I asked what everybody's carrying, and then I fucking didn't bring it up. Hold on, let's go. I missed the knives and ran into ball. What do we got? Old school whiteys, crispy. Come on, man. And let the boys creep out the side. Nice, nice. Benchmade tagged out with Rogue G. Dude, I think I saw your post. Those look sick, man. Those look sick.
Benchmade's always look sick.
Yeah.
Now, which one's the NV4? Is that the one that's kind of got the sheep's footy blade and the
That's
carbon
the new
fiber?
one with the sheep's foot. Yeah, Dave said he'd send me one. They're coming out with a cool version soon, I think. Waiting to check that out because I've heard it's really good. I'd love to have Kevin as a customer. He's loyal. For sure, dude. Also, mini FSD. Nice. Sly Steel Spectre. What is that, homie? Homie? Have you ever heard of Sly Steel Spectre?
No.
I have not either. I'm rocking the Forever Steel armor. You and that Forever Steel, dude. Factor B2 and Kvist PE2. Nice pocket stuff. 2 open L's. All right, Dr. Drew, you pimping tonight with the open L's. PM2 tie scales. Wait, you're just carrying scales around? Don't you need a blade, though? I love knives.
PM2 with tie scales.
Self-called knives. Lefty Eclipse with new 80s carbon fiber scale from Carbonized. Yeah, that sounds pretty sick, dude. Mars salt. Sorry. Spyderco Native 5 lightweight M4. Oh, that reminds me. I got the did I show this already? I got the lynch clip for the Native 5. Shout out to Puerto Rican with a knife for doing a video on his. Made me think of it because the one I had on here was MXG gear and it didn't match the hardware. So this just matches better. It's a little taller off the frame and everything, but very nice. I love this knife. Shout out to Colin for buying me that.
Homie. So you got a short on your channel? Is it under Homie? We'll go subscribe to you.
Yeah, we can look it up. YouTube, let's look. Homie. Yeah, there's a Homie channel. Let's see. It looks like there's just a tops knife. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, he's got one short, he said. It's the only video.
It says
I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. Hit it one.
Two tops.
Set up, fuck, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my shorty got that body out of ya.
Is that it? Yeah, Sly Steel. This one over here.
Yeah. I'm gonna sub to you, homie.
Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya.
There's a big ass fixed plate, bro. 2 yen before he's carrying carry the ABNT Arius and Para 3 so that I could compare. Okay, that's an interesting one. What's your thoughts? Had the QC drift today, 666. Oh, have you guys seen the new Quiet Carry 9? The new versions of the Quiet Carry 9. I am all over the Nebula one. Let me pull it up for you guys. What is that gnarly thing there, Beer to do? What is this thing? Sorry, just caught my eye. The Knock S06. Have you seen this thing?
Share it.
Look at this thing. That's fucking gnarly. What is that? Is it a flipper then, I guess?
Looks like a deadlock.
No, it has something hanging out the left side. I don't know.
That little hook, or is that a shadow?
I don't know. It's interesting. What was I going to look up now that Quiet Carry. So they have new versions of the 9 coming out, and I want this one so bad.
I want one that's total tie, just raw tie.
He's not doing that.
I know.
I asked him.
I like the black one. You like the American one?
So I would go with this if it had a satin blade, but it's black PVD. I just don't like all PVD because it looks like paint. It looks good on a handle, right? Like this, but not on a blade.
How much are those?
$330 probably. And they are made in Taiwan. I have confirmed. They are made in Taiwan. Basically everything. No, he told me.
That's where the waypoints are.
Everything but the large IQ has been made in Taiwan. In case anybody's wondering. So large IQ is made by Best Tech, I believe. So 80-20.5 and f5.5. Nice. I sold my Stormtrooper f5.5. Still thinking about selling this one too, just to move some stuff, but I don't know.
How's the D10 on that one?
I had these two up for sale, the Mach 3 and this sort of up for sale, but I've sold a bunch of other stuff, so I'm kind of thinking I'll just hang on to them.
How's the D10?
I love both. I just, I don't know.
How's the D10 on your G10?
Oh, the D10s, dude, they're anything that was made after the first batch of micartas are good. It's just those first batch micartas that are kind of light.
See, mine's very light. I still love the knife. It doesn't impede on me carrying it.
But yours was like a first run micarta, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, after that they strengthened them up for sure. I did a comparison or a blade battle between this and the F5. So
I've been looking at that jungle on and I saw ENG posted one on Instagram, but the one they've got on E-Knives.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's a knife you should experience. I just hate the proprietary fucking hardware.
I didn't know about that. Is it a splitter?
So it has this tri-wing thing, and they send it with the tool, but it's a spinning pivot, and the tool only works on one side. It's weird. But you can use a spanner bit, and it'll work. So
let me ask a stupid question: is the growler a captive?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually a plate they had to add in because I'm like, I got one of the prototypes and I was like, this isn't captive. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And they had to they added a plate under the liner, and that locks into the pivot screw.
Does the logo go upside down like that?
I can't see.
This is the D and this is the K.
What?
So if I've got it like this, the D and the K are upside down.
Yeah. No, that's how it should be, like this.
Yep, that's how mine is.
Yeah, that's how we always
couldn't
do
tell.
it.
I fidgeted with it for a while to try to get it, but I couldn't see what I was looking for.
Try to get what?
When I took it apart and then put it back together, I tightened up the detent just a little bit.
Oh, and it was the other way then?
No, it was just when I went to put it together, I didn't pay attention to it, but I figured it was captive, and I sat there and fidgeted with it till it seemed to flush up in, and then when I saw that the pivot was lined up, the logo.
I'm surprised you didn't notice the plate in there.
Dude, I'm brain dead.
But yeah, I think we might possibly start just not doing the logo anymore.
The logo is cool.
It's fine, but I also just like sterile knives. And the more that I've had of our knives, like the stouts here, this looks better to me. Blanked out. I don't know. The logo thing on the pivot kind of, to me, gives it a budget vibe, sort of.
I don't think so. Look at everybody else. Pivot.
And I don't like people know what the knife is. Like, I don't need to have our logo on it.
I know, but it's branding.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't care. It's on the pouch or whatever. Like the new V2 from Best Tech, I don't think is going to have it. The US Growler definitely wouldn't have it. So Mach 3 is great. Love it, despite being a little small. It is small for sure. Yeah, the Mayo design is nice. The next LMAX F5.5 I'm getting. Yeah, they really need to change the steel and do some camo carbon or fat carbon. What?
Dissident had asked if I had a fixie with full convex and a small one. Not in a small EDC, but I do have a Boker convex, full convex, and more of a heavier knife.
They're probably making other stuff, Shane. Or maybe they're laws. I don't know. The G10. Dude, I didn't think so either when they first announced them. but I've had both of them and they're fantastic. Like the finish on the G10 is so well done. It's smoother. It's not like rough. It looks really. I mean, it might as well be like just nice.
Micarta.
Yeah, or carbon fiber or something. Yeah, like this is fantastic. This all blacked out one. This is one of my favorite F5s to ever come out. And I was like you. I was like G10. Fuck that. Also, the action on these with the coating. As soon as that coating wears in, it's like the smoothest F5 ever. With a good detent. My hand satin one isn't nearly as droppy. I mean, it's still fantastic, but it's just not as droppy as that. Yo, Matt, what up, dude?
Mid Missouri actually put his logo pivot back on. Yeah, I think the logo pivot looks classy. There's several people that agree with me in the comments.
What?
That the logo pivot, the Divo pivot looks good.
Yeah, but like, would you not buy one if it didn't have the logo? And I bet there's people who don't buy it because of the logo. But none of that matters. I think it looks better without it. So
true.
Yeah, the all black is nice. What up, Redbeard? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good, man. Finally ordered a growler. Where'd you order it from? They didn't have any in stock.
They've got a few in stock.
No, well, they only have the QC ones.
Right.
The weak detent ones. I still have like 20 of them. We were gonna take the knife shows, and we pulled out a knife Blade Show Texas because that's all we had was like 20 growler budget knives, and that's not gonna really make us enough money to cover the trip. And I just didn't see the point in just going to go, even though I want to. Trying to be smart about spending, just spending Divo money.
Yeah, when you're doing a business, you've got to plan out your blade shows.
I mean, we did. We planned to go to, all three, but we don't have the luxury of knowing exactly when everything's showing up and we kind of just sell everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point of being there, right? Besides putting your name out there is having.
Right. Well, that's why it was good last year to go to Atlanta and Blade West because we got to meet people and get our name out there. And that's why we're going to go to Atlanta every year because Colin lives there. It's fucking easy. But Texas, so we're probably going to do Salt Lake and we'll do Atlanta, of course. I don't know, just Texas.
I want to think about Nashville if you could do Texas, if you want to do a smaller show.
Yeah, could do that. But that's more of a custom show, isn't it?
It is, but TRM goes, ProTech goes, people buy knives there. Yeah. It's smaller. It'd be a lot more convenient for Colin.
The pivot logo.
Always a dab.
But yeah, but I have like 20 growlers. I have a few stonewash, a bunch of satin, and a couple blackwash. So I'm thinking I might just sell them if people want them. I've QC'd them all myself, and they passed my inspection. I will say, some of them have lighter detents, but they're not like falling out of the handle or anything.
I don't think any of them are falling out of the handle.
No, we definitely had some that were like very light. Like too light, unacceptably light for sure.
It is such a comfortable knife, and it just murders fucking cardboard.
Yeah. No, it's a cutter, dude. It's a really good cutter. EMP EDC does their pivot. Yeah, I don't love their thing, but they also just have an atom. It doesn't say EMP on it. Like, that's the thing I don't like about the DK is it's kind of just like it's our initials. I don't know. No logo looks better. Put the logo inside I just don't care about the logo. Like, I don't need the logo. Like, I'm not like conceited like that where I need to have my brand on everything.
Leon doesn't have the logo on his. Let's see about Bird Blaze.
But he does like a shield thing or whatever. But like, people know what the fucking knife is. I don't need to brand it with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Keep the dang look. Thanks, Blue Nutty. I don't know. I just think it's easier all around to just not do it. It looks cleaner, less work for the OEM, even though I'm not getting charged more for it. But like, I don't know. Later, BOD.
Take care, Brother Bob.
Oh no, it's the left-handed fidget man. What's up, dude? I want to ask you something. You leave a comment on every one of my videos. Not everyone, but a lot of them. And yeah, and he does this. He just puts no or yes. But there's no context. Like, no what? Yes what?
He's helping your algorithm, dude.
Yeah, but I'm just curious what it means.
He either agrees with you or he doesn't.
Look, and then he puts yes. No. Like, it's just correct. But at first I was like, what? No, what? Like, no, yes. And now I just heart it and move on. Now he says, oh no, oh no. Just curious. But he did say it's the left-handed fidget man, so I don't know. He does speak. I thought it meant delicious looking knives. Yeah.
I agree, E&G. I think
no
it's
opinions matter. Kevin likes it without. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think nobody would complain if I got rid of it.
Edgy hit it. Fuck the logo and just engrave a set of nuts on the pivot.
I might start doing that.
That could be your thing. And it wouldn't even look like nuts. It looked like a weird W, but we'd all know it's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, Tactical Terry. I've also heard from a lot of people that it broke in like really nicely. Like they thought it had a weaker detent, and then after carrying and flicking it, it kind of like wore in or something and got stronger. Like I think part of it is they over tightened the pivots maybe to the point where it felt weak, but once the pivot was loosened up a little bit, it was better. I don't know. But their response to the whole thing has been absolute dog shit. So I am not a Shieldon fan right now. Are there any Northeast shows? Yeah, I'm going to NYCKS next month with Backpack B. It's in Jersey City.
That's a one-day show, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right there, Steve. Well, not right there, but you know what I mean. You
That's
should
the
go,
one
man.
day, right?
What?
Is that a one-day show?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, I think, is when that is.
Yep, Saturday, I think the 25th.
That'll be fun. Twang thing. I'd complain. Just say no to Divo without the DK.
Right.
White people problems.
They don't sell out in 30 seconds. The growlers were around for a while. We had 600 of them, but that's not what I meant. My point was I'd rather just have them sell than being like, hey, Brian, like at Blue Creek, like, hey, Brian, just hold 50 of those so I can take them to a show. Like, why not just sell them? The show is 3 months out. Like, if the drop was a month before the show, then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to hold some back. Right. The only reason I have these 20 growlers is because we ended up paying more than the dealer when we paid the difference. Because the way I do these dealer deals is we basically just split the cost. So they pay the OEM or whatever. Just the way it worked with White Mountain was we paid a certain amount and it was more than he paid. And he was like, just take 50 knives instead of me sending you this money or whatever. So we had the knives and we were going to take them to a show, but I don't know. If people want them, hit me up. I'll fucking sell them. I'll sell them. I'll sell them to you guys for $75. Isn't that what I think that's what it was with a discount. And he doesn't have any more, so I don't have to feel bad if I do that.
You need to grab one of these, Kevin. They're $128.
What?
MW Steelworks. Little Crow over at Traditional Pocket Knives. It's one of their exclusives.
I don't know. I can't get into all the fixed blades, man.
Here it is compared to the Chickadee.
What's
It's
the handle material?
fat carbon fiber, purple haze.
Oh, okay.
It
It's
had
hard
it in
to
my
tell.
Carter too.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
It's 101 in my Carta. They've got it in the Warncliffe or in the drop point. This is a drop point. And then 128 is the sale price on the fat carbon fiber. And they've also got a weird orange carbon fiber that kind of looks Mars Valley, but it's kind of orange and black. And they're made in South Carolina, Pendleton, South Carolina.
Nice. See, Kyle, there's a difference between white trash and just white, you know? Shane is white trash. There's a big difference there, man. You gotta figure that one out.
So Josh Worth is asking, do you think the field duty 3.5 detent will break in? I mean, does that kind of happen?
If it's not engaging all the way, then maybe. But even once I got it to engage, it wasn't like stronger. It just had better retention, if that makes sense. So it was a little bit of a cleaner break, but it still had a weakish detent all around. You know what I mean? I've heard like G-Ball said his is fine, basically, which surprised me. But maybe G-Ball just doesn't know a detent from a cat's asshole or something. Some of you guys are just fucking brutal, like heathens. So, you know, you pick the knife up and you just fucking flick the goddamn shit out of it. Like, that's just how you do it. Or you pick it up and you're like, "Fuh!" And that's just how you do it. You're never even going to care about a light detent. It literally won't matter because, like Brent, Backpack B, you could give him a light detent in most cases. He doesn't give a shit because he's fucking thunder thumbs and he's just like, you know?
I don't like thumb flicking.
What?
I don't like thumb flicking.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't know what's in my goddamn
You know, on thumb studs I do, but I still prefer the reverse flick on thumb studs, but on a whole deployment knife, there are very few that I like the thumb flick on. And one of them, ironically enough, is this little weak D10 F5.5 because I can slow roll it.
Dude, this F5.5 has the best thumb flick in the goddamn game. It's just...
Yeah, but mine, look, dude.
Yeah, it's a limp noodle.
Yeah. But for the slow roll...
Yeah, it's a good slow roll. Somebody was comparing the microburst to the F5 today, Casey said. He's a little
the blades look similar.
He stole the goddamn design. Look at this. So obvious. Even the handle at the end there. I mean, come on, Casey.
Tracing.
I mean, yeah, literally.
That's why he didn't put the hole in it.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, there's no way he even thought about the F5.
No.
Right? But it has the similarity. It's like just how it goes. By the way, guys, the pre-order is still up for the microburst, and this is for $90, dude. This thing's incredible. Like, I don't know how else to. It's just really fucking good. You should get one if you haven't. You'd be supporting Casey, but like, you're gonna get an amazing knife.
It looks very slicey,
dude. It's fucking comfortable. It's slicey as fuck. The action's really good. The thumb flick is unbelievable. Reverse flick's on point. Like, the knife is just incredible. I don't know how else to put it. I love it. I think it's better than the Pinion, and I love the Pinion. So he did really good with this one, and I'm surprised he hasn't gotten way more support on it.
I thought he was getting. I thought he had his numbers. Is he not getting the?
No, he's like just. You know, I think he's like 30 shy of hitting the number to place the order, but so I gave him an idea, right? Because when you work with Kubi, you can do 14C micarta, right? And they'll give you a minimum of 600. But if you do 154, that minimum goes down to 300, and it's only like $10 more. So what I told him was like, dude, just switch it to 154, eat the $10 for however many people already ordered. Now you have hit your goal already. He could place the order for 300 at least, and he'd be fine. So at least he could do the run. So if he doesn't get like a boost in the next few days, I think he's going to switch it over to 154. Then he'll have to email and say, hey, I switched it to 154. You know, and I guess if anybody had a problem, they could let him know and he would refund them. But who would be like, shit, you gave me a better steal?
Yeah, I don't want a better steal for the same money.
Right. So, like, it's kind of nice. He basically has a really good fallback plan.
Did it, John P?
The downside is he can't order 600, which makes it to where he can sell more, you know?
John P got his pinion with one micarta scale and one G10 scale.
No way. Was it just like a really rough, you know, micarta or something? That makes no sense. Redbeard, this shit is funny, man. Everybody is right now. There's like a trend. Everybody's loving these Arno Bernard eye mambas. And I had one. It's a South African knife, kind of like a CRK or whatever. And I had one, and the detent was just too light for me. So I later saw on their Instagram they posted how they set their detents. And literally the way they set the detent is they have a piece of wood that they mount the frame to, and then they hand bend the lock bar, and that's how they do it, with a piece of wood.
So
and
it's hand done.
I remember when I when that happened, I messaged them and I was like, hey, like I was gonna talk to the dealer and send it back and see if I can get one with a stronger detent. And they were like, well, no, they're like, we set them all exactly the same, so that wouldn't be the issue. And then like a week later, I find out they set it by hand on a piece of fucking wood. Like, how could you tell somebody they're all the same? There's no way you're just getting that right every time exactly the same.
No, there's
weird,
two
right?
variables. Humidity that day would make a difference in the wood.
And I don't care how you said it. Like, that's fine. Like, yeah, you do it by hand, whatever, right? But the fact that it was like, no, we just said it, they're all the same. It's like, how in God's green earth do you think that that's possible? Let me see if I can pull it up. And I have nothing against these guys. I think they're cool. I just think it's funny. Arnold Schwarzenegger came up. Look at that. I had to go back a little, but it's like the dude sitting there, and let me see if I can find it. Is it? No, it's right here. This is how that we bend the lock bar of the eye mamba. Maybe it's primitive, but it works.
So we made a hole and a cutout to actually bend the bar. And this is the pivot barrel and the backspacer barrel. So you just put it in like that. And then I use like a leader to protect the frame. And then just a simple vise to keep it flat, so it doesn't lift when you pull it downwards pressure. So I just do it manually by eye. So I bend it until this top corner is in the middle of that. If you can see there, in the middle of that space. Just
that's pretty precise too.
So you can show you how we bend our lock bar.
I mean, come on. I have no
if that
problem
wood
with
swells any given difference, it's going to be different each time.
But
and
like here, hold on, wait. I don't want to be a total dick or anything. Hold on, I'll read you the message though. So I said, all right, I sent the whole thing about what, the D10 or whatever, and he says, Kevin, I set all the lock bars exactly the same. So I think you will have the same issue with a different folder. I said, thanks for letting me know. He says, I think the lock bar has to be bended back to achieve what you want. And it makes it a bit tricky with our lock insert because you have to remove it. I don't know why you'd have to remove it to make the detent stronger. I don't know if he thinks I thought it was too strong, that's not what I said, but to remove it in order to bend the spring, our detent ball is held in place with the lock insert. None of that is a reason to have to bend it back.
No, you'd bend it more in, right?
Yeah, and then I said, I'll work on it, returning it. I said, it's just not for me with the detent as is, and that is okay. I'm sure plenty of people love it. And he says, I think it's best to send the knife back and get a refund. Give us another year and see if we can improve on the mechanism.
Well, that's pretty nice to say.
Thanks, blah, blah, blah. But it's fucking weird that...
That's right, Mike. 160% bloody South American bent.
Yeah, I don't know. I was very clear that the detent was light, not strong, but maybe he didn't realize what he was saying. I don't know. Fuck it. Lefty is doing the 2 pivots too costly. Huh?
I think
I still want to do extra hardware.
He asked earlier if that was one of the reasons for not liking the Divo, is doing 2 is just costing too much every time.
Oh, no. Well, we only do it on premium knives. And I would still want you to get extra hardware in general, so adding the pivot or not wouldn't really change much.
That's right, ENG. They should have said, no worries, mate. We'll whack it back into the woods and send it back to you in a jiffy.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I think they realized maybe that I'm picky and we're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, they watched your videos and they were like,
they were probably like, this guy, we're not going to satisfy this guy, so let's just cut him loose.
Let's buy it back at a profit from him.
Like, I don't know. Whatever. I really like the knife. Like,
take care, Tori.
That's the thing. Like, I wasn't super negative on the knife. It was just the detent wasn't, And then there's like loose bearings apparently, but I don't know how bad that is. But yeah, whatever. I again have nothing against them. I just thought that was funny because it was like, yeah, we set them all the same, and then there's a piece of wood a week later. Like come on.
The most rudimentary template ever. And they use vice grips. So if your piece of wood that you're clamping it to, that you're keeping from getting on the metal changes, that's going to change your tolerance. There is no scientific precision there.
No, I really think setting detents is hard. Like, that's why I've always given credit to Riot being so consistent, because how do they do it? Like, is there
how does MKM do it?
Is there a machine that sets it? How do you, like, I would love to know that part about it when it comes to production knives. How do they set the detents?
Or MBK, how do they do it?
Well, it's the same thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, how do they set it? I don't know. I'm curious. I like the logo, yeah. But no, Best Tech charges us $12 for a set of hardware. So we have the cost of the knife, and then you add $12 for the hardware. So technically, it kind of adds like $25 on your end for us to do it. But I would gladly pay $25 to have an extra set of hardware on a $400 knife,
Yeah, you never know when you're going to need it.
Right. It's good to have extra screws. It's good to have extra, and we usually send it with the main thing I want in there is the extra insert, washers. If you put skiffs in, it's kind of nice if you have extra washers, because if you ever switch back or whatever, I don't know, plenty of reasons. But
howdy, going awry?
First runs with
We're
the
not talking
logo.
shit,
Yeah.
Andy. We're just having an objective conversation.
But Steve, everything we do is like CQI. So like we change our knives run to run because we want them to get better every time. Like, I don't know if we'll get to a point where we're like, oh yeah, this is good. Let's just do another run in the same exact thing. Like even with the mash, we put a new run in immediately after that drop. But we changed like 3 or 4 things on it. So it's going to be a little bit different on this next run. But it will have the logo. I'd complain. Just say no to Divo without the DK. You can't really judge a knife right out of the box. Bees, cough, cough. Oh my God. I think you can. There's a lot of things that aren't going to break in or whatever. You know what I mean? I think with detents, it's more people get used to it and then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's fine. You know? Thoughts on the Liam? We talked about this earlier. The detent's too light for me. I liked the finish and all that stuff. The construction's really cool. The closing action's good. The blade is phenomenal. I love the hole. But the detent was too light, and it's really thick. Honestly, it's 0.6 inches. It's contoured, but it's 0.6 inches. Honestly, it feels as big or bigger than the OG Field Duty, but it's supposed to be half an inch smaller in blade. So it'd be like an inch smaller, but it feels bigger. I already sold mine. I sold it that night to Needham. I figured I'd jump on it quick. I think the pivot isn't a thing, but how about a new clip? Let's murder the wire clip. We are working actually to start, at least on the more premium stuff, try to do a milled clip. I think probably it's the better way to go, but I do love the wire clip, and we want the clip to be reversible, and that's one of the reasons the wire clip is just really versatile with that, being able to reverse it. But I don't know. So the Stout V2 definitely has a milled clip. The US Growler that we're working on is going to have a milled clip. So you'll have at least some that don't have wire clips, but there's a few in the pipeline that have wire clips. The Nip, our new little sort of micro knife, that one doesn't. That one has a milled clip, but the Lush and the Growler V2 and the Mash, those have wire clips. So will the Field Duty 3.5 detent break in? Oh, this is where we're at. Jesus, I'm way behind again. I don't think so, dude. I really don't. What up, Lewis? What up?
Louis.
All precise. Yeah, exactly. Tori, what up, man? I gotta start wrapping this up, dude. It's
another average size brother. You got to do a giveaway, don't you?
I gotta get out with the kid tomorrow.
Did you do the giveaway yet?
No, we gotta do it. Seen some folks actually bend the lock bar on the CNC. Huh. They just put it in a jig. So is that the same thing as what those guys are doing?
Well, it might be a more sophisticated jig, like a metal jig that has something that has consistent pressure.
They hit it with a lead pipe. He thought you thought it wasn't good enough for you, and he thought you were right. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Joshua Wilson said his Field Duty detent got noticeably stronger after a couple of days. The top flipper is a bit harder now.
I don't know. I would venture to guess you just got used to the knife, but I don't know. But, or what happened to you is the detent, maybe, we should check this. Anybody who has one, is your detent ball engaging all the way? Because if it's not, and then it's breaking into where the detent ball actually drops in, that would make it feel stronger, even though there's not more pressure or anything. If you don't know how to look for it, what you want to do is look at the knife from the back side like this, right? And look down at the lock bar where the detent would be. And if you can see the detent ball, like if you can see a little nub sitting on the tang, then you can tell it's not engaging, because the detent ball, I know a lot of you guys know this, but like there's a hole in the blade, right? You put a hole in the blade, and then you have a detent ball, and that ball is supposed to sit in the hole. And then when you flick the knife, you break out of the hole, and that's how you get like a nice clean detent break. Is it sits nice and deep and snug, and then it pops out when you put enough pressure on it. But if the ball's sitting like this, then you only get like a little bit of, or
It's not dropping out of the cup.
Or no break, right? It's not sitting all the way in, but you can tell because you'll see the ball kind of like sitting on the blade. So if you have one, check and see. Because detent engagement is one of the most important factors that we never talk about.
Carl, you're right. Step one, cut a hole in the box.
If the ball isn't quite in and you slap it open hard and everything wears in, it could drop in properly. So that could be plausible, yeah. What I do to make it drop in, which unfortunately you can't do on a bolster lock like that or on a liner lock. What I do on a knife that has a detent ball that doesn't quite sit all the way in is I have it like almost closed like this, and I put pressure down on the lock bar. So I'm pushing that detent ball towards the blade, and as it falls in, I kind of push, and it kind of shoves the ball in farther. And if you do that enough, it might wear that in right on that edge. Now, you could probably maybe cause detent lash doing that, but the point is, usually the problem when that happens is there's a burr like on the edge of the detent hole. And when you do this, you might pop that burr off and fix it.
That's why I like EDC fixies. Detents are perfect.
Yes, you could spine whack it. Dude, I've whacked the fucking shit out of this thing, dude.
Edgy American says, what is this silly detent thing you're talking about, and how does it affect edge retention?
What?
Edgy says, what is this silly detent thing you're talking about, and how does it affect edge retention?
Well, it affects edge retention because if the detent sucks, I'm getting rid of the knife, and if I don't have the knife, it won't cut anything. So therefore, it affects edge retention highly.
Preserves it.
Just chilling, playing with my dragonfly. Nice. Ball dropping into cup. Talking about detents here or your boxer situation? Yeah. Oh, man. I keep getting comments on my video about the Bastide Valkyrie failing. And they're like, because I said in the video, I said, I'm smacking the shit out of it and it's not failing. And they're like, smacking the shit out of it, you're barely hitting it. Like,
I can't get the raccoon to fail.
I'm like, calm down, all right? Well, because the reason I said it is because right before that, I filmed another short where I was smacking the shit out of it. And I'm like, just watch that one. You can see, like, Jesus Christ, how hard do I have to hit it for it to calculate as smacking the shit out of it for you?
I love
it affects knife retention. Yeah, it does. Because the blade doesn't sit in deep enough, or the blade isn't secured as much by the detent ball, so it can just fall out easier. But it also affects how your detent breaks. I was thinking a burr would cause a problem too. Had one on another expensive knife and actually just took it apart and knocked the burr off. Yeah, that could cause it too, but great answer. No, yes, maybe. Yes, correct. I love that you hate the... Why do you hate the FSD, dude?
FSD's money.
Twang thing. Try smacking them down by the thumb studs. They don't fail if you hit them up here or like on an angle, but if you smack them like right here, like right behind the studs, give them some good whacks, they might fail on you. Be careful. Because Tyler Overland EDC, he did the same thing. He did a video where he was smacking it on his banister staircase, and he was holding it like wrapped around. If it had failed, it would have cut the shit out of him. And he's like, yeah, but I tested it before and it didn't. So I knew it wasn't going to. And then I told him, hit it behind the studs, and he did it, and it was failing. Like, dude, thank God that didn't fail on you while you were smacking it as hard as you could on your banister.
Yeah, that could have been a finger extractor.
Right. Yeah, but drink water if you need to unexpectedly climb a tree, you know, or let's say you have a drum set and you lose your drumstick, and now you got to take out your knife. Well, you're not going to beat it with the edge, so you got to turn it around, and now you might fail the knife. Like, so it could happen. But no, seriously, I've had people in the comments on those shorts tell me that they've had it happen where they had the knife open, they were working on the engine compartment, and they lifted their arm and they smacked the top of the hood, and the knife failed and fucking chopped their finger. So, like, there's an example where they weren't
It's fine whack, but it wasn't intentional.
right, and it failed and cut them. So it can happen where you're holding the knife and you accidentally hit something, and then do you want it to fail? No. So I tend to agree with you, but there is that scenario.
Twang thing, I just picked up on your screen name when I see your telly in there. That's sweet.
All right. So we're going to do the giveaway. I showed it earlier, but it's a bottle of KPL Knife Shield. Shout out to them. We have a Olight i3E, what is it? i3T EOS, the little keychain one.
Yep.
Shout out to Olight. And then we have the Civivi Elementum. It's a black blade with micarta, I think it was, right?
Yep.
Shout out to Chris, a.k.a. Carco, for that one. And then we have some swag and shit in here. Make sure you use Lefty 10 everywhere, Lefty EDC everywhere. Oh, and this video is sponsored by Divo swag. So get over to the website.
Yeah.
Buy some swag. I also meant to mention this knife that Ev loaned me that's for sale in case anybody's looking for a Birdvis custom. This is in caramel paper micarta. It's a Birdvis custom. I forget the name of the model, but it's cool. Has really good walk and talk. Probably a 5.5, 6 on the spring. A little softer than I like, but it's really fucking good. It's addicting to play with, honestly. So anyway, I just want to put that out there because he sent it to me to make a video to sell. I think he wants like $800 ish for it. So
There's also a mini
not in the
growler.
giveaway.
There's also a mini custom growler, one of 2 prototypes for sale, from Jason Grant that he made available to me and said I could make available to a couple
Growler?
A custom, yeah.
You mean gripper?
What I say, growler?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean growler. I meant gripper. And it is
like $800 Arrowhead, but I'm sure it might be give or take a little or less. I can't remember if they told me $750 or $850 or $800, but I'm sure he'll work with you if you want it. It's Knife Ninja EDC on Instagram. I'll put it in the comments.
So he hadn't posted it yet, but it's a mini gripper prototype in black. He sold the other one that was satin, and now he's selling this one. For me, he'll do $450. Literally, no one will own it except him and one other person, whoever buys it.
What is this again? Mini gripper
A mini
prototype?
gripper prototype, custom.
From Best Tech or from?
No. I think if it's the mini gripper prototype, I think that's the custom.
No,
I'll
because
find out for 450.
I think he's talking about the ones from Best Tech because he decided not to do it because it looked like a Nimble.
That's it.
Yeah, so that's a Best Tech prototype for 450.
Yep.
That's because he paid $1,200 for 4 of them or whatever he paid.
Right.
They charged us. They wanted $2,500 for the Stout V2s. We did 6 of them. I got him down to $2,000 for it, but that's fucking expensive.
Yeah, he kept one black one and he's selling this one because he had 4. You're right.
Yeah. So that price is fair for sure.
Yo, definitely. I mean, I'm thinking about it.
But it's a Best Tech. It's not like a custom.
No, but I mean, it's a small version of this knife.
Yeah, but it's not. It's actually, it's completely different looking.
Have you seen the Tripper?
Yeah, I need to hit him up because he said he was going to send me the Tripper, and then I never got it. But I also haven't stayed in touch, so he probably has a bunch of people like up his ass. So
I don't think so, man. He's so humble. He doesn't. I think he's amazed by the reception.
No, but I mean, like, he's probably got a bunch of channels hitting him up,
like
to check stuff out, and I'm not hitting him up. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that better, but I didn't mean it that way.
Howdy, EDC and Lace.
Yeah, what up? I saw that Lacey had her own emulsions now for sharpening.
Oh, yeah, Shane's got some he's trying out.
And apparently from her post, the pricing's really good. I don't know how good it is, but I assume she knows her shit. I'm assuming it's good. I'm assuming it's good. Wasn't Casey going to send you the Tripper after he is done with it? Casey has a Tripper? I don't know. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. He said he was getting one in, and I said, I need to hit up Jason and see if you can send it to me after. Casey's not going to decide where it goes next. Neither am I. You know what I mean?
Jason wouldn't mind at all.
I just need to talk to Jason. I just haven't. Since the gripper surprised the shit out of me how much I liked it.
It's a great knife.
I just wanted it to be smaller. So that's why I sold it, because it was just a little too big for me. But it was really good.
Yeah, it's good. I've hung on to mine because it carries a lot smaller, but it is a big knife.
But it's big. The new one, let me pull up his thing before we do the giveaway. Brass Brigade. Why is it not coming up? Is it the Brass Brigade?
Brass Brigade. All one word. Hold on.
I don't know how to spell, apparently. Brass Brigade. Did anybody else? I got it. Did anybody else get a Zerk hardware kit for their Jaeger today? My buddy Joe got 2. He got me one. Thank God, because I got distracted by my kid. I was thinking about trying it on this guy, putting the Zerk hardware on, maybe keep the clip Mokutai and do black here and here. Does it come with screws or just collar thing and the thing? Because that's gonna
screws too. Because I'm ordered the black.
What?
Ordered the black.
Black what?
Hardware for the Jaeger. It was supposed
they have that.
Yeah, well, this particular model, the EDC Specialties, was supposed to come with black. So they reached out to Dylan, the guy I bought it from, and they're sending him black hardware. I'm not buying it, but it was supposed to be black hardware to match the black.
Do they have? Can you buy different colored hardware?
On the site today, I could have sworn I saw black hardware.
On
Brian Brown.
Yeah, but that's because he was dropping the Zerkutai. So hold on.
I think there's black there too, but that's not where mine's coming from.
Wait, he still has some for sale. The Zerkutai hasn't even sold out. It comes with one with collars, clip, and backspacer. So it doesn't even come with hardware. That kind of sucks.
That does kind of suck.
What are you supposed to do if you don't have? Hold on, let me just see. Hardware. Let's see. Jaeger V2 hardware. Okay, hold on. Black. So you can get a black screw, backspacer screw, pivot set. Like,
Yeah, it replaces that.
Wait, hold on. You guys help me out here because now I need to order this if I want to switch it, which I'm not positive I want to do, but so look, do I have to order one piece at a time? Clip screw, lock bar screw, collar set. Like, what's the collar set? It's a black pivot collar?
See if you pull down to a different thing.
Backspacer.
Yeah, it'll
So
change.
The last three I don't need, right? Those
No,
are the
just
three
to make
that-
sure.
oh, unavailable. Anyway, okay, hold on. So I got Zerk coming. So I need the pivot set because that would change the pivot color to black, which might look cool. But the satin might still work. But all right, so let's add that to cart. And then we have the lock bar screw, add to cart, clip screw. Is it just one clip screw?
It is 2.
So I need 2 of those.
But it should come with 2, I would think.
It doesn't say that. So how it just says screw and it's $1.75. So I'm gonna get 2. And then I would need pivot set. That's a set. Okay. And then I need a only purchase if damaged, please. Barrel? Okay. I don't need a barrel. Backspacer screw, I would need 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4.
It's so weird that he does it this way. Why wouldn't he just call it a set and give
Because
me
it's for replacements, I think.
Got you. So how much did I just spend on fucking a set of hardware?
Not as much.
$22.25.
But you can sizzle it. $5.90.
You must agree to the terms and conditions of sales to check out.
That always happens on every website you buy from.
Not on my phone, it doesn't. Where do I do that?
You click the little box right up to the left of.
Oh,
yeah.
I've never even seen that before. I'm wondering if I should order extra. Like, because I only got. Why would I need it? I don't know.
In case you stripped one.
Yeah, but why would I fuck that up?
You wouldn't. I don't think you need to get one as long as you've got your counts right. And I was counting them on the Jaeger while you were going through it. 2 clip screws.
Well,
4.
It says it right here. Backspacer screw 4, clip screw 2, lock bar 1, pivot set 1, right? That's everything I need. Is there any reason to get a clip, backspacer, or pivot collars in black?
Well, think about it. The black backspacer for this knife would definitely, you would want to.
Yeah, but I have a Zerk one coming.
Right. So no, there's no need for you to get one. You don't have a black blade either.
No. And I could use some of this anyway. The Moku tie could keep on in certain parts.
Yeah, you're just giving yourself.
I was just thinking of maybe fucking around with it. I might as well. All right. So that's everything I need. No discount. Can I just do the shop pay or something? Are you serious? You make me do all this? All right, I'll do this off screen. Sorry, guys. I know you don't care.
No, we want
Is there anything in the comments that I need to? Anybody warning me of anything?
Bar said you could send an email to find out how many you need, but I think you're right with the price. Kevin, are you ordering?
If I order too many, that's fine. I don't mind ordering too many. I just don't want to order too little.
What's up, Brandon Sutton?
Oh, I did have an account.
So do you have a Raptor, Kev?
No, I used to. It's a little too right-handed for me, but it's really good.
Yeah, A to Z's got one. My buddy here, I've played with it. I wasn't that crazy. It reminded me of the Mini Tempest for some reason.
Seriously, you're gonna have me put the only reason I would do? Okay. Thank you, GPay. I'm not used to using my MacBook for this. I do like everything on my phone, you know.
Yeah, I do most everything on my phone too.
I don't care about that. They do
I
have
had to
said
go buy another phone today for my daughter.
you had to. You said
I got to go buy another iPhone today.
okay, cool. Yeah, they're expensive. You said they have the whole set with clip for 45. Oh shit! Really? See, this is what I meant. You were supposed to tell me if I missed anything.
You didn't miss anything.
You said they have the whole set.
I didn't see the set.
Oh, motherfucker! Right there, black V2 hardware kit.
Send an email and
well,
say,
who cares? Because it was cheaper. I spent $26.
But yeah, because you don't want the backspacer, you don't need it.
Right. It includes all screws and a pocket clip and tumbled black PVD. Oh, look at this. Enter code clipless if you don't want the clip included. Fuck. We should find out how much it is with clipless, right?
If you haven't gone through with it.
What? God damn it, fucking.
Good for you, EDC and Lace. If you're not pissing people off, you're not doing it right.
Who am I pissing off?
You're not. She said she thinks she's pissing people off for the value she's giving in her diamond emulsions because she's not putting the exorbitant markup in it.
All right, it ends up being $25. So I spent like $1.50 more. And hopefully I just didn't miss anything.
You didn't. We counted it.
Yeah, this just says all screws. So, I mean, there's no reason you would need barrels or anything, right? You can't see those. So there
or a
would
lot
be
bar insert screw.
No reason to make them black. The insert screw was in there. And I added the pivot just in, I thought maybe it would look cool to have the pivot.
Always good to have an extra pivot.
Be black. I don't know how that would look with the it might be cool to have that pop of satin.
It would look great on this knife.
What would?
Black.
Well, why don't you get it, dude?
It's coming. Like I said, they were supposed to send it with it.
Why don't you order like a Zerk kit too? That would be sexy.
I'm not a big Zerk guy.
You should be.
I know.
Is chat broken? No, chat's not broken. What's up? He did the clipless thing for me. That's why it's there. Because you bitched. That's hilarious.
Divo, the first full set does come with the black pivot, but I'm not looking at it right now.
Oh. It should, right? Well, G-Ball would know. Does it come with the pivot? I don't know if it works better left-handed. It's a frame lock. I didn't enjoy flicking it left-handed, I'd say. But does the full set come with the black? Don't you know? You're the one who ordered it, right? You said he changed it for you. Now I'm really confused. No, you know what? You're right. It probably doesn't because it said comes with all screws plus clip. Might not come with the pivot set.
I just got a notification that Big Red goes live in 30.
You know what I just realized?
What?
The thing said don't order barrel unless you damage yours. Does the pivot set come with a barrel? Because I'm not fucking trying to remove screws off of the pivot barrel. Because this one is,
Why would you need to remove the barrel if yours is not damaged to use a new pivot? You don't see the barrel.
Yeah, but if I have to change this screw.
But it'll go in the same barrel, right?
How do I get this off? it's probably Loctited onto the fucking barrel.
No,
Yes, dude.
not once you break it. It won't be. You can get it apart.
I'm not talking about this side. I'm talking about this side.
I know. You'll pop it out,
That's
right?
a fucking pain in the ass. It might not come with the pivot, but it comes with the pivot screw. Yeah, see, that's fucking bullshit. It should come when it says
Hinders
if he
never
says-
have pivots.
if
You
he
can't
says
buy a
pivot-
hinder pivot.
if he says pivot set, that should be screwed on and then the untooled one on the barrel. That's a pivot set to me.
No, if you buy hinder pivot sets, it's not. The pivot is always that.
Yeah, but
So-
that's different. That's yeah.
But you get the if you get the set, you get the screw, you get the hardware, you get the barrels, but you don't get the
I
actual
don't know.
pivot.
I'll just DM him and ask because it should come with a barrel because that would be a nightmare trying to. But honestly, doesn't his design have the barrel like mounted to the screw a certain way? I think it might be one piece. I'm not sure. Maybe he just doesn't want people to order random barrels.
See, that's got blue hardware. That's a blue hardware kit, but the pivot is still that working finish.
I'm just gonna DM him right now so I don't forget. And then I'm doing this giveaway and we're fucking wrapping this up.
Hey man, we're just hanging with the people.
I know, but I gotta.
I know. Yeah, Redbeard. I just picked up a black micarta scale for a 3-inch XM18, and it was $100. That's kind of painful. But I've got a red one I'm going to sell. A red smooth. Kev's getting it done, guys. Mike McLaughlin. Where's our buddy Shane? I think that's a great hashtag for the giveaway. Yeah, Josh Worth says there is no barrel. It says when you were shopping, please don't get a barrel unless you have issues.
But why wouldn't you include that? That's nonsense. Everybody knows that those barrels are Loctited strongly to the show side screw, or should be. I know some companies don't do it. So I guess, yeah, if I take it off and it's easy to just unscrew it, then fine. But like it shouldn't be easy to unscrew because that causes issues with assembly. It causes issues with walking pivots. Like, I don't know.
It was actually from Hinder, Todd. I got it at the River's Edge Cutlery or GP Knives. I can't remember. It's shipped today.
Probably didn't make any sense what I said to him, but whatever. This way I sent something and it triggers instead of me.
It gets a conversation going instead of you just getting what you're not sure.
And it really doesn't even matter all that much because, you know, there's a possibility that I like this one on there better anyway with the contrast to the Zerk, you know.
Have a good night, Dr. Drew, dude.
But yeah, all right. I got to wrap it up.
Keep the DK. Hashtag keep the DK is what Twang Thang thinks it should be.
You guys are brutal, man.
But there's another one down here. Hold on. It was funny too. Let me find it. G-Ball, I will, my friend.
All right.
Give me Lefty's knife. Hashtag give me Lefty's knife. Michael Upchurch like.
All right. We're going to do this.
No chafing.
Hashtag no chafing, baby. Get your step 1 boxers. I finally got some more M-bomb jerky.
How is Mateo? I need to get some M-bomb jerky. I've seen him in
Spicy,
chats,
dude.
but I haven't called him in a while. I need to reach
Way
out
too
to him.
spicy. Way too spicy. Hashtag D-bad. Yeah, baby. Don't be a douche. I posted a short with that, and somebody was like, oh, Donnie B all day or something like that.
Dude, your shorts are classic. Keep doing them.
My shorts are bullshit, dude.
Dude, they're funny. I
I
smile every time I watch one because you're just goofy and you make good points.
You mean the ones where
Your deep thoughts.
Yeah, those are fine. But the other ones where I'm just fucking showing something, kind of hate myself.
I'm bummed out that the monster's not in the closet anymore because I thought those were classic.
Yeah, she's done with that, man. I'm not going to force it. Not going to force the...
You'll be cleaning her closet one day and you'll look back there and there'll be like a bunch of rolled up fives that she's gotten out of your wallet that she just comes back there every day. That's why she's not worrying about it. She's just feeding the beast.
Good thing I don't carry cash, so it's fine.
Yeah, I don't use cash. I use my iPhone.
Gotta win my knife back again, yeah. Chris won his own knife one time. It was in a box with other knives.
Good luck, guys.
All right, I'll give you guys, I don't know, 10 more seconds.
I'm going to run down to Seneca a little bit.
All right.
If you want to, yeah. Grateful Panic says, hey.
What up, Panda?
No, he said, fuck you. What's up, y'all?
You just get home from work or something?
He got home a little while ago. Crispy Critters sporting the caps.
All right, here we go. 69, baby. I like it.
Good luck, everybody.
Who it gonna be? Who it gonna be? Who it gonna be? Yo, Nick Martino.
Nick Martino. Winner, chicken dinner. Howdy,
Winner, chicken dinner. Give me a McBee or give me Death Still. So if I can buy a Kershaw OTF for 210, should I do it? Yes.
Yes.
Do it. If they're all like this, hell's to the yeah. This thing's incredible. I've been using this like crazy.
Carco just came in hot with some shipping love.
Ah, nice. Thank you, dude. So you're going to give away the knife and then pay for shipping too. Thanks. Shout out to Chris. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated, man. You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. And a collar. Oh, my dog this week, dude. Oh, God. Poor girl. She has a butt issue. Her butt glands are...
Anal glands infected?
Yeah, shit sucks, dude. I feel bad because when the vet was here like a year and a half ago, they drained it and they like told us everything about it and like how to do it, which is gross. And we tried, but we never could do it. So
you think you're not pushing hard enough when you expel them.
That must be it. So we didn't think there was anything going on. So we put off the vet for like another 6 months, and then
is what?
The other day she had like
I'm just gonna run down there. You think?
a bloody butt and like a weird thing. So we called the vet to come out, and they had to, and now
Drain them.
she's wearing a cone, and like we got to put fucking ointment on her butthole, and
But she feels so much better though.
I just feel bad for her. But then the vet was saying there's like something hard in there. They're hoping it's inflammation and not like a tumor. So hopefully it's fine. But I got her like a blow up cone. They have those now. It's a lot more comfortable. He's not even into OTFs. Doubt he wants to spend $2K on a deadlock. They're just too expensive. Like I want to try one. I want to get the new Model C, but like I'm not spending $2K on one. They're way too expensive. Why are they $2,000? Like at Blade West, they were the cheapest one they had was $1,700, and
That's crazy.
the year before at Blade Show they were $1,100 or something. So yeah, inflation, but I don't know about $600. I don't know. I want to try it. But I'm not spending that on an OTF because they're fun, but like they're not as fun, I am really enjoying this one. But this is enough for me. I don't need it to not have blade play. Like I don't even care about that. And I don't really love the design of the deadlock. It's a little too symmetrical for me.
Looks too coffiny to me, but I'm not an out the front guy.
Yes, because they can. That's true. Yeah, I'm not really either. But I have these two, and they're great. This one's cool. I don't think I would I would carry it. It's not my style, you know what I mean? To have
But
the
it's
Granite ring.
a cool concept.
But yeah, no, it's a really cool concept. And for somebody who would carry it, I think it's awesome. It's really thin too. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. All right. I'm gonna put my or you, Nick, you have my Instagram, right? Just DM me. I think I still have your address if it's the same, but DM me and let me know and I'll send it out to you, dude. But anything you want to say before we roll there, Javon?
No, man, just you guys. I appreciate you being here. Look out for the guy or gal to your left, and look out for the guy or gal to your right. And as Kyle Coonley says, move forward with debate, not hate.
There you go. All right. Love you guys. Hope you have a great night. Peace.